What is going on Thursday night, everybody? We are back in the house. Rajay, Todd, who is sidekick tonight because we got a special guest going to make an appearance. And you probably know who that is, so you know it might get a little crazy, but it is time for another Toss One Back Thursday. Hopefully you guys are in the mood. Hopefully we didn't throw you guys off too much since we were live last night and somebody woke up thinking it was Friday today, but no, today is Thursday, which is the regular show, and then tomorrow will be Friday, and then we'll be into the weekend, and hopefully we'll have a good Thursday or Friday Eve tonight. So welcome to everyone out there. Todd, how are you feeling tonight, my friend?
Doing good. Feeling like it's Groundhog's Day. Doing it
back
again.
to back. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nothing wrong with that. I had to find out what beers am I going to drink tonight. We're going to talk about tonight because we talked about stuff last night, right? So don't worry. We find something on this show.
Better get your beer news in quick.
Yeah. Yeah, when a special guest arrives, I lose all control at that point. So
yeah, that's right. We're just here along for the ride. That's it.
Just become window dressing then. So, but yeah, so let's we're gonna kick off some stuff here and give some shout outs. So thanks to Donner, he's already in the house. Said, hey, Rod and everyone at work. So just dropping by to say hi. We'll toss one back when I get off. Cheers. Nice. And welcome, Donner. If y'all know Donner Past Whiskey, make sure you check him out as well. Real cool guy. Chad's in the house as well. Says cheers.
Cheers,
and
Chad.
Oh, my goodness. We got Tremaine back in the house. What did you, Rod? What's up, Tremaine? Your favorite co-host will be on here in a little bit. So we know you're the big Shannon fan, so she'll be out in a little bit here. What's up, Vince, my homeboy back in New Jersey? Cheers, homie.
Up,
Happy Thursday to you. Good to see you. And we got Blake in the house. Let's do this. Cheers, everyone. Me and Blake were just throwing down a little bit ago on Cold War. So
nice.
Having some fun there. I got a new set I put together with 2 shotguns, and I was blasting people like crazy. Got Swami in the house. Cheers, Swami. What is going on, brother?
What's up, Swami?
You guys haven't checked out his new channel, 2 Wheels Down. Make sure you check him out there. He's doing the motorcycle stuff and pretty cool things happening with him and the missus. And of course, I didn't mention Blake as far as the show, but you guys know to check out Blake TV already. Chester's in the house. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well. And then we got Gilbert in the house tonight. What is going on, Gilbert? Gilbert wasn't here last night. He wasn't working.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, so it was national. Well, he is in Canada. In the States, it was National Beer Day, so he probably didn't care since it wasn't Canada. So
he was probably already drunk anyway.
He probably was. Of course, for him, National Beer Day is every day, just like for you and me. So he doesn't need a holiday. You know, a stinking holiday to tell me what day it is.
That's right.
What is going on, Wayne? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well. And Wayne was on
Wayne?
Last night with us for a bit. And if you don't know Wayne's channel, make sure you check out Wayne and the stuff that he's actually doing there. Good guy doing some beer, some good conversation yesterday. My homeboy here, Chris, here in town. Sight for Sore Eyes, long overdue, coming back here. Yeah, we don't see each other as much because the office has been closed, but he actually works with me here as well in Cincinnati. Well, now we're going to be back in Northern Kentucky because that's where our new office is. But good to see you, and hopefully you're still hanging in there, buddy. And yeah, back doing what we do. So every Thursday night, though, you can always find us here. We've got BC in the house. Cheers, homie. And, of course, you'll know BC's channel. Make sure you check him out there on YouTube as well. And cheers, RJ and Todd. And, yeah, you got off last night, BC, and we had one of the guys asked to hear your jingle and forgot to get a chance to get on. So next time I have you on, I have to have you do the jingle from the show there as well.
I subscribed to him and Wayne last night after we jumped off.
Nice.
I thought I already was, but I wasn't. So.
And Blake said, "What up, brother?" as well to Wayne. And Blake was on for a bit last night too, so that was a blast as always. And then we got Gilbert watching the Hemingway Ken Burns doc, son. There you go. Nice. Gilbert has some culture in his life, you know. I know you think lumberjack, but yeah, he likes some good history documentaries at times. Yeah. So, yeah, but it is Thursday. Yesterday was actually National Beer Day here in the States, and that's come and gone, which a lot of people were surprised. Like, why is there a National Beer Day, especially for the beer drinkers? Because we drink, But hey, if you make it official, it's official, so that's okay as well. And
I mean, it seems like you should have. There's National Hot Dog Day, National whatever day. So Why not beer?
Yeah, I mean, beer is definitely one of the things that should have a national day as well. I guess there's a national wine day too, but I'm not fully sure, even though I should be, since I'm one of the wine tubers out there, according to Feed Spot.
Can't hold your top 30 down. Your top 30 spot down if you don't know this, right?
Right. Which always makes you laugh. Which I'm going to do an unboxing here in a bit, I think, and I'll wait for Shannon to come because she'll probably like what I have in the box there too. So,
all right.
But a hint, it is about wine, so we have that going on. Outside of that, I want to crack open a beer, I guess. I don't know if you cracked one open yet, or
no. You know what? I forgot to get the damn thing.
How did you forget the table? How did you forget the damn beer to the table? How do you forget to bring beer? You got one job. Can't
even do that right.
Yeah, just got to bring it to the table.
Yeah, one job. I got the glass, and I was like, well, shit, guess I need something to go in the glass.
This is actually one that I did last night as well, so it's just a carryover because I got to drink through a few of these. But this is the Goodwood Hemp Goza Ale. We started a whole hemp discussion last night. Gilbert said, watching the doc last night, and I wasn't around. Totally low and uncultured, son. Yeah, you say that, Gilbert. I know you're worried about losing street cred, but we know you got some culture in your life there.
I'm going to start off with a brew from Humble Forager, which I've had a few times on the show, but different ones. This one is the Coastal Sunset Fruited Dessert Sour. Tart cherry, cream cheese, marshmallow fluff, graham crackers, and vanilla beans.
Ooh.
These guys
look at that label.
Not really had anything that I've not liked from them yet.
Nice artwork on the can, too.
This one's actually one I did pick up today.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's a 6% ABV?
Sixer. Yeah, this one is actually, for people that didn't see it last night, this is, where is it on here? I know it's on there, 5.2. What's up? Oh, she disappeared. Okay.
Well, we got these new lights now, and we've got the bulbs we have in them. They're super bright. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in an airport spotlight.
Yeah.
BC said it's a beer show. Come on, man. Like, yeah, Todd, you should have had your beer ready.
I know. Epic fail.
Yeah.
I got a glass and I forgot my beer. Because we drinking, I'm like, we gotta go get it.
Then did you get all dolled up tonight, Shannon, for this?
I needed to see myself. If I have to stare at myself, I can't be. Yeah.
You're taking us up from dive level if you're getting all dolled up.
It's a shot. It's a punch in my gut every time I get on here.
Looks like grapefruit juice or Kool-Aid.
I was kind of like maybe like a V8 vegetable juice or something too.
And looky here, right out of your neighborhood.
Good old Mad Tree.
That's a pretty
indeed.
Beer. The color of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pretty. Is that an IPA?
Mm-mm. It's fruited sour.
Oh.
It's got everything.
Cream cheese.
It's got everything but the kitchen sink.
Oh, damn, that sounds good. Except for it's probably.
Can have some of it.
It's probably real tart.
Tart.
Whew.
That's the same brewery as the one you had.
The one that I like so much?
Yeah.
It's good,
what are you drinking, Shannon?
Take a wild guess.
Are you back to the Miller Lite?
It's either that or the boxed wine, and I've got to go somewhere tomorrow, so I can't do the boxed wine.
Gotta have listen.
Well, you could.
I'll probably do that.
You could.
I might. Who knows? I've just got to go to a nursery, so.
Chances are. Gotta go where?
Out to the nursery.
Like a plant nursery?
Yeah.
So what's that got to do with drinking wine? Like the plants are going to be like, oh, here come the drunk lady again.
No, I'm not going to feel like driving.
Get in the car with her.
Yeah, I'll feel like shit. I'm not going to get out of bed.
She'll cut off my photosynthesis.
Yeah. I wonder if the box, I wonder if there's wine out there that like, is because boxed wine's so junky, like, are the
Mhm.
hangovers worse? Like, if I was drinking a better wine, would I not get such a bad hangover?
I think it depends how you maybe react to the style. Like some people get a hangover off of stuff if it's
I was
like a
gonna say,
white
I don't
wine
think it
or
matters.
some a red wine. I mean, the quality of wine does matter. Like
Yeah.
Janice can't drink some wines because it gives her a headache the next morning. But yeah, but some of your better wines that people taste are like some of the cheaper ones out there. So
Yeah, my ones I like the best, they're all cheap. Like, I love
Yeah.
anything barefoot wine, and that's really cheap.
yeah, except in a restaurant, then they like jack it up, and it's like, come on, man, it's
Yeah,
barefoot.
Charge too
That's
much.
crazy.
And they just give you a couple sips, and you're like, "Where's the rest of it?"
Yeah. Let me see. Chris said he does miss Rivertown's hemp beer. Don't think they've had it for 2 years. So I don't think I've had the hemp beer from Rivertown, but Rivertown, that's probably one of the breweries in Cincinnati that's kind of been on the lower level for me. They're hit and miss. They're big hit and miss for the beers they have that I actually do. I don't know if you get any of those, Todd, where you're at or where you come up, but
Rivertown.
yeah.
We don't get them here, but
Yeah, they have some that are decent. They have some that just
Yeah.
aren't. But Randy, that I know, he actually was one that left Rivertown. He was one of their head brewers, and he started Wood and Cask, which does some pretty good stuff too. So yeah, I don't hate them.
I've had some stuff from Rivertown, but
Yeah, I'd if I tier rank the stuff in Cincinnati, and it was like 1, 2, and 3, they'd probably be a tier 3 for me here with the different breweries we have. But that doesn't mean they're terrible either. It's just that's where they kind of rank at.
right.
Chester said, good news, a brand new brewery opened about 5 miles from me in Oliver Springs, Tennessee.
Ooh.
Is it good though, or is it bad? Because you might be that wallet might get a little emptier now that you're gonna have a brewery that close to you.
It starts out usually as a good thing, and then
Starts out as a good thing, yeah.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, it's like if they put a Braxton in walking distance to me, I'd be in trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if it's actually like Braxton Labs or whatever.
Yeah.
That left an awful taste in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Probably a time or two.
Drinking the side launch brewing midnight lager. Nice. With the midnight lager, so Gilbert, is it a dark lager then since it's midnight? Because I would think if they're playing on midnight, it should be a dark lager.
I would think so.
Drinking an easy lager from Yeehaw Brewing, Johnson City, Tennessee. I've actually heard of Yeehaw, but I haven't got any of their stuff. The times I went to the stores down in Tennessee, like Gatlinburg or Nashville, I haven't seen their stuff there, but I've heard of it.
I feel like I've picked up a couple things from Yeehaw when we've been down.
Yeah.
Down at Durant's house.
But the one in Tennessee, like I said, the one I really like now, the Tennessee is that Tailgate, especially with the peanut butter beers. Tailgate
Brewery. That one, you'll have to remind me next time I'm heading down that way because I'll forget. And I'll look for them and see if I can get them.
Oh, they're good. I mean, they're out of Nashville. They're blowing up pretty well down there, I think. So you'll probably see them.
I don't know. The weird thing is, when we go down there, I don't really see a lot of like Southern Grist, which is Nashville, or Bearded Iris, which is Nashville. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
I guess it depends who the stores actually bring in. So
Now, I really haven't found a good liquor store that carries a good selection of craft beer. You usually end up having to go to
Knoxville. Are you talking about down in Tennessee?
Yeah, well, in Clinton there. But I don't know what's that liquor. There's a grocery store we go to.
I don't think I ever went with you guys.
It's got a pretty good selection of craft beers, but I don't think it's any. It's just kind of the main distro stuff.
It's not Knoxville.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I think the Piggly Wiggly.
Something along those lines. Well, it's where I thought we was going to when we went there to get that cake for Conrad, but it was.
I can't remember what town that was.
Yeah, may not.
Powell, maybe.
I don't know, maybe.
You see each one. Actually, for this BC, we just do like kind of a regular like YouTube podcast show. So I don't really have anybody else really on for this one, but it was great having you last night, and we'll do some more shows like that at some point here as well.
Yeah, it was fun.
Chad's driving to the beer store. Nice. Should be like a beer store song. Someone needs to make one of that, like driving to the beer store.
I'm sure there's not one.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing we had was kids 99 bottles of beer on the wall. I mean, they need a new version to come up with, you know. Which reminds me, singing that as a kid, did anybody ever get to the one beer on the wall? It seemed like you never finished that song. Like you would stop like halfway through and start singing something else, like John Jacob Hammerschmidt or some other type song, you know. I don't think I've ever finished the whole bottles on the wall.
Yeah. I don't.
It wasn't. I know we did it on the school bus, but you know, by the end there wasn't as many people singing. It was, you know.
It's a long song. I mean,
It is
yeah. Like
drawn out.
Somebody get that damn last bottle. We got bourbon bounty in the house.
I just got to start over.
Yeah. Cheers, bourbon. Good to see you, my friend. If you don't know Bourbon Bounty, make sure to check him out as well. Definitely, if you want to find out more about the whiskey, and good to see you there. It's been a bit. I think you've been busy, or I know I've been busy or something. We haven't connected as much, but nice to have you, my friend. Hopefully you had a good Easter. Hopefully everybody had a good Easter there. Gilbert said, yes, it is a dark lager, son. So, yeah, I was going to say midnight. I would think it would have to be a dark lager, but with breweries, you just never know. Just kind of throw shit out there sometimes.
True.
Yeah. That should be the name of one of the beers. Throw some shit out there.
I'm sure there probably is.
Throwing darts or something. They're really throwing darts at the dartboard. What's going on, Jimmy? How things are going well this week, I think. How are you doing this week? First day back to work was today, so that was kind of crazy after being off for a week.
Why don't you just take the rest of the week off?
Yeah, because I don't know. I wanted to keep some of my days and stuff, but it's kind of like, plus come back and only have a couple days for this week, and then you're off to the next week.
Yeah.
So that makes it kind of nice, but spent more than half the day catching up on emails, though. But
how was River Gorge?
It was okay, but we're not campers. I'm not camper. I'm like, it was kind of like,
did you?
Well, we had a cabin, but you're like in a campground, and so. I saw Todd on the last night. We got down there. The cabin we got the first night was only the only night it was cold. It was the coldest night or whatever. Like it was real weird, like 50 degrees, 40 degrees, something like that. And the heater in the bedroom didn't work, so we had to call them next morning. so they came out and they couldn't fix that heater, so they brought another heater, which was fine. But then it was warm anyway. But then they had an issue where there was like wasps kept coming into the cabin. Like somewhere there was a wasp nest. So every day we were kind of killing wasps everywhere. No one got stung or anything like that, but it was just a pain in the ass during the day. Then we drove around and there was like, you know, a couple spots. I did a beer run a couple places and got a couple novelty type items, but it wasn't really as much because we weren't like really hiking the trails or anything. We kind of just drove and saw some of the countryside. So
yeah.
Then we came back and then we were supposed to have like a grill on the deck for charcoal. So I bought like charcoal and lighter fluid. Well, then we got there was no grill because people kept burning the deck. So they put like the bottom of like 30 steps or whatever. There was like the grill, and it's like, well, I'm not going to grill. Get the food, come down, go back up, come back down, go back. I mean, yeah. So I didn't grill. So I got a bag of charcoal I don't even need. So and lighter fluid, and then by the last night, it was kind of like we got tired of dealing with the wasps. We took off a night early. And
that sucks.
Came back, but they actually sent us an email refunding like the last night because we had to leave early, and they're like, yeah, we should have called us like earlier. That way we just sent someone out to try to deal with the wasps and stuff. But we were like, whatever, you know. But they did give us a compensate us for that, so that was nice. I wasn't expecting to give anything back there. Right. I did go to pick up beer, and I had a guy give me 4 free beers at the beer store, Shannon. So you know the Rajay beer deal still work in all parts of Kentucky.
Of course.
I bought 2 6-packs, and he's like, "Oh, you got that good?" It's like, "You like these? You like good beers?" Like, yeah. I said, "Well, the distributor came in and he had extra beers and said, you know, you want some of the free ones?" And he's like, "I don't really drink beer. I haven't drank in a year, so I would like to take these with you as well." Damn. I'm like, "Sure." So he goes in the cooler and he pulls out 4 other beers to give to me. So I'm like, "This works." So he must have knew I was coming to town.
Your all's cabin was like right on a lake or something too, wasn't it?
Yeah, the picture looked like it was right on it, but it was actually a little bit off of it, probably about 30 yards or something off the lake. There were a couple that were on it, but yeah, you could walk over there and do fishing if you want to do fishing and stuff like that. Didn't really see any like type of wildlife or anything when we were driving around, but it's just a getaway. So it was all right in that regard. I didn't do anything I planned to do when I was at the cabin. Like I had books I was going to read. I was going to do some. So I still got to do taxes. I was going to do some tax stuff when I was there because I have it on my computer and didn't do any of it. Watched some of the NCAA games because it was basketball weekend. So I was watching that and started watching like movies because the funny thing about the cabin, although we had those other issues, it had like free HBO, free stars, and free something else. So I was seeing movies I had not seen that I wanted to see on there. So,
there you go.
So I ended up, watching stuff there and not doing other stuff I was going to do. But anytime you can get away and not have to work, I'm all for it for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
nice.
we need it. Yeah. We need a change of scenery. I need to get out of here.
Yeah. If I can choose a city over a country, though, I'm probably going to choose a city, unless it's something like I said, Asheville's on my list to go to next. So, and that'll be all the beer scene down there for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'd like to go there.
To Asheville.
Yeah. Which we went through that
I remember.
brief period for lunch or whatever, but
Does that have the bison in here?
yeah.
Bourbon says, I'll write the lyrics for driving to the beer store and then throw this in for a bonus, create the basic tune, but somebody else has to perform it. Well, we get Blake to perform it. So
There you go.
You can write it. Blake can perform it. We'll put JV on guitar there as well.
I was going to say, yeah, you get JV in there too.
Yeah. Get elbow and keyboard. So we can make it work. Teresa, what's good, Rod? Everyone here?
The stimulus
yeah.
last.
Drinking for the weekend. Got Bart in the house. Says, hey, everyone, I'm enjoying a 16-ounce PBR Extra 6.5 ABV. Is that available in your area? Cheers. I don't know if I've seen the PBR Extra. I probably can get it at, I don't know if Jungle Gyms would have it, but I'm thinking maybe Party Source may have it, or this other store, Party Town, because Party Town has more of the lagers like that. Have you seen that before?
Yeah,
the PBR Extra?
To be honest with you, I've not looked for it, so I can't really say for sure if we have it or not. But
What's extra about it? The alcohol content?
I think you say, yeah, the alcohol's up to 6.5. Like the regular PBR is like 5.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I hope I like this. I don't think you should have to write the word drinkable on a beer, though. I don't think that's a very good.
Yeah.
Marketing.
you should have
That's
to-
how it works. So that's
You
what
would
Shannon's
think-
drinking now.
Let me see here. Uprising Hefeweizen. Huh. High
It's
wire.
not bad.
Cloudy and drinkable.
Cloudy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like. I don't think I would pick something up if it said cloudy and drinkable on it.
Well, I think the drinkable is supposed to be like, I think they're kind of saying easy drinking, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't have to do something to put employees must wash hands in bathrooms either, still, but they do.
True.
Shut over for your name.
SSS and Sidekick. What's S? Oh, Shit Show Shannon. I thought I was the sidekick for a minute. I forgot. I forgot you're the
So
sidekick.
Dolly always calls me the sidekick.
Shit Show Shannon.
Well, he said, hey, neighbor, cheers. Talking to Jimmy there. Cuffing stuff. Vanessa said hello.
There's Vanessa.
She says hi. Then she says hi, Shannon. Like, she just says hi to us, but it's hi, Shannon.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Then gets personal.
Yeah. No, we did fish at the cabin. I'm not a big fishing type person. I mean, especially it's like a catch and release type thing. You're not even fishing to eat it. You're just getting it and throwing it back in. So deep sea fishing I like because most of the time you're just out in the ocean and you're drinking and you're kind of just sitting the reel out there. So you're not like sitting there really holding it until something bites, which is more my type of fishing.
We've never been deep sea fishing.
Oh, my buddy Chris says the bourbon with the bourbon and cigar combo. That's my kind of content. Yeah, bourbon's got great content over there. I did pick up another Maker's cigar as well when I was down there, which are really good. Get the nice whiskey feel through it. I want to go on vacation at Pensacola Naval Air Station this fall. There you go.
That'd be interesting. I didn't know you could do that. Can anybody do that, or do you have to be in the service to do that?
I don't know because Vanessa's retired, but they might have stuff around there around the base. I bet for people that aren't veterans. So I'm trying to think. When we were in high school, we went to our senior trip was to Orlando, so we went to Disney World or whatever. Which I still don't know why you would take seniors to Disney World because it's like you either got to be really young or really old. It seems to appreciate that place. Like when you're like 18, you're like, guess there's no beer to really sneak around. I mean, you could go to the place that has the beer, but you're never going to get it because they're going to ID you there. But it's kind of like, I don't know, you're too big to go to the Snow White type stuff, right? So we spent all day riding Space Mountain for the most part, because this was back in the 80s, and it was when they had Epcot that opened up. So we're like in the big silver ball, we're riding Space Mountain, not really doing too much because we're kind of in that in-between stage. But
hell, we didn't even have a senior trip.
Nowhere?
We did, but
No,
I
we
didn't go.
have one anywhere.
Where'd your trip go to, Shannon?
I think it was Washington, D.C.
But you didn't go?
No, I didn't want to leave my boyfriend.
He wasn't going to go anywhere. It was only a trip. Yeah.
I know, it was stupid. You don't have to explain why it was wrong now. Now I know it was a stupid move.
But go ahead and explain if you want to, though, right?
Yeah, I was probably afraid he was going to fuck around on me or something.
How long do you think you were going to be
He probably
going?
did it while I was there anyway. Yeah, he was probably doing it while I was sitting right there, so I could at least went and had a good time.
Yeah. DC's a fun city. Got a lot of good stuff there too. Let's see. Getaways are against the rules. Not here. Not here. I know in Canada they still got some stuff they're not opening up, but we got places opening up like crazy now. Some of these states, although when you're in state, it's a lot easier. Yeah. You guys are all open now, I think, right?
Yeah, and we don't even have to wear masks. I mean, you do, like, if where you're going is saying you have to wear a mask, but like we don't have to. Yeah.
You know, I went to the liquor store on the way from work and picked up a couple of beers, and I walked in with a mask on. And 3 or 4 other people walked in and had their mask on, but the 2 behind the counter, of course, they still had the big plexiglass up too. They didn't have theirs on. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot you don't have to have it on now, do you? And they're like, no. I said, I just got so used to wearing it, it's just almost kind of feel naked or something if you don't have it on.
I'll feel like an asshole if I go out without my mask. Even if I don't want to wear it, I'm going to be shamed into wearing it.
Well, and then the guy behind the counter was making some kind of comment about, I don't know.
The sheep still wearing their masks?
Something along those lines, yeah. I can't remember exactly how he put it.
Oh, the sheep ain't going to shop here anymore, so here's your beer back.
Well, I was thinking that
right.
Weren't they saying the Pfizer? I seen somewhere where they were like, it's been like 100% effective.
Yeah.
So
no,
I got the Pfizer. Johnson & Johnson, though, did you see that? Like,
that's what I was just going to say.
They had to shut down was it in Colorado, I think? They had to shut down the vaccination site because they had 11 people have a reaction to it. So I
thought it was overseas that it was having a reaction to it.
Well, this was today.
Yeah,
I know overseas has, but I think
overseas was AstraZeneca.
What'd you say?
Overseas is AstraZeneca. They've had issues.
Yeah, I think it was Johnson & Johnson.
And they started having that. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson was today here, and they've had AstraZeneca here that they put on hold now too because there's some issues possibly. But yeah, with the Pfizer one, that's the one that we got as well. That one's been like the best one it seems. So though they just had a couple cases now where people have gotten the vaccine and they got COVID like 2 months later. So now they're kind of like, you know, how long does it hold up for possibly? Because they're thinking maybe 6 months and you have booster shots, but if people get it before even that, especially since now the dominant variant is the UK variant in states, and that's the one that's the most contagious. So
yeah.
I
think it just depends on the person too,
so
because I mean the way COVID acted, it's like some people just seem like like we've not known anybody personally that's had it. I don't think. Oh yeah, my cousin has.
Had a few
but for the most part, you know. And I work in medical place, and we had maybe like 5 or 6 cases in the whole building the whole time. I mean, of course, they're like more sheltered, but the employees can bring it in. And believe me, some of the people I work with, they're real young, and they just didn't give a shit. And I'm sure that's how the people got it that did get it.
Yeah, I've known a few people that have had it. The people I've known here, mostly that have had it have mild, except my neighbor's dad, he died from it. He was in one of the nursing homes. He was older, but some of the people I work with, they've had it, and it was like mild type thing. But then a couple other people had like some severity, like around day 4 or 5, where they can really feel it, but then their body kicked in after that. So it all depends, I think, on how your body's reacting to it. There was one guy they had an article about a few months ago that they didn't think he'd even get it. His blood type or whatever, they were testing it. Like they said, like all different types of things they did is he was not picking it up. He's like, they were trying to figure out why he was immune from getting it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they did say the blood type.
Yeah,
was
I think it's
thing.
O type.
Yeah.
Type O blood. It's like they don't get it.
Well,
like
you have
it.
less.
I mean,
You have a less chance of getting
yeah,
it. But
they
this
don't get
guy,
this-
they actually microscoped it down like 10 times, 100
Mm.
times, whatever it is, and he still couldn't get it. So they were saying it
Wow.
was something in his system
Yeah,
that
not
was
just
able
the
to
type.
work. Yeah.
Not
But I'm
just
like,
the
well, if
type.
it's in his system, why don't you get something out of his system? Can't you like make a cure from that? Apparently,
Right.
this guy is a walk-in antidote that people
Right,
can use.
yeah.
Yeah. That guy's probably going to all the clubs. I got nothing to worry about.
Well, my dad. So you would have to know my dad, but like I would say if I'm a shit show, he's a shit show too, but probably not as big as a shit show as I am. But he always wants to help people. He picked this woman. It had snowed, and he picked this woman up off the side of the road. Which I'm like, Dad. He thinks women. I love my dad, but he's kind of like misogynistic about like women can't take care of themselves and all that. So if he sees a woman in need or whatever, so he lives out in the country, and he was going to run errands. Yeah, it was snow on the ground.
Thanksgiving, wasn't it? Or?
No, it was after, because he never came by so he could tell everybody. It was after the holidays. So he called me and he was like, I got a story to tell you. And what he had done is he was running some errands. He lives in the country, but kind of like maybe a mile and a half or a mile down the road, there's some truck stops. So this woman was walking in the snow with a T-shirt on down this country road, and he stopped and asked her if she needed some help. Right. And she said, I have to get to some place called Abilene, which there's no cities around here called Abilene. Well, he was like, well, I'm going to Jeff. He was talking about Jeffersonville, and she's like, yeah, I'll go to Jeff's house. So that should have been his first hint. So he gets her in the fucking car, and he starts driving. He gets on the interstate, and he said all of a sudden, and I thought he was telling me a story when he was like a joke or something. He said they get on the interstate, and she lifts her ass. Oh, and she's carrying an empty Coke bottle and a Coke can. And he says all of a sudden they're on the interstate, and she lifts her ass up out of the seat and says that there's something all in his seat. He said next thing he knows, she takes her fucking pants off and throws them out the damn window on the interstate. And I'm like, are you telling me a story like this? And he's like, no, I'm not. So he says, and all of a sudden she starts wigging the fuck out. So he's like, okay, I'm going to get you some help. So he, off the next exit, so it's a police station. So he gets off the police station.
Which is just by,
just like down the road from our house. So he goes to the police station, the state police, and he's knocking on the window or the door, because I guess they keep them locked. I don't know. But he said these police officers come out, and he starts telling them about the story. And he said they turn around and look to his car, because she's still sitting in the car, or she was. And he said there's a college behind the police station. Said here she goes taking off fucking running over to the college. No fucking pants on, with snow on the ground. Yeah.
Could be a college student.
Yeah. So he said like two police officers take off running after her. And, the police officer he's talking to is getting the story. And, because this could go bad for my dad, the woman like running off with no pants on. He just picked her up or whatever. Anyway, those two cops, and he's telling his story to this cop. And he said they turn around. That woman's trying to beat the shit out of the other two cops. So anyway, he wraps all that up, which is enough of a story. And he says he came home, he was working in his garage or whatever. And he says he comes back and he's got a voicemail, and it's the cops saying that she had tested positive for COVID. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, but he didn't get.
She was in his car for
2
miles or whatever.
But anyway, he just thinks he needs to help everybody. And I'm like, Dad, you can't do that. Like, you could have gotten into so much trouble. Oh my God!
I think you realize that now after the fact, but still, it wouldn't have stopped him before.
No,
anyway. He would have done it.
Yeah,
anyway.
he's a big softy. He's a big hard ass, but he's a big softy.
Yeah.
That's why
but anyway, what had happened was she was up north, and she'd gotten into a truck driver's truck up there and came all the way down here, and they were on drugs. That's what my brother said. The Coke can and the bottle, you do something with that to do drug, like, I don't know, meth or something. So apparently that's what the cans were in her hands. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, Dad. And then he was planning his fucking will out. He's like, well, I'm going to get him, because he was sure he was going to get COVID and he was going to die. So he's planning all his way. He's like, well, this is where everything's going to be. And I'm like, Dad, you need to just calm down. I'm like, you're going to be fine. Yeah. Yeah, my dad, he is fucking entertaining as hell.
That's where you get it from.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're a lot alike. We are a lot alike.
Doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, now my brother, he's nothing like us. A little bit.
Just tell him he's adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my dad does.
Big Daddy says, "Hey, y'all sipping on a Ninja versus Unicorn. Who makes that one? I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, you haven't? That's oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank on it.
Other half
is
or
it
something?
Pipeworks or something?
Pipeworks?
I think maybe.
Oh
no, Big Daddy who does that? And I've had that one before.
What kind of beer is that? Is it like an IPA or?
Thinking they're out of Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, but hang on, I'll look it up.
It's a cool name.
The can art on it was pretty cool. I do remember.
Bounty's writing the song. Driving to the beer store, get what I'm looking for, trying to get my buzz, avoid the fuzz, and hang out on my YouTube. Sure.
Yeah, Ninja versus Unicorn. Pipeworks Brewing Company
IPA.
out of Chicago.
I'll have to check them out next time.
Do what?
I have to check them out next time I'm up there.
I've heard a lot of really good things about them. I think I've had from it.
I got that dovetail though. I'm going to try this weekend. Hey everyone, driving to the beer store. PBR is not my score. I am more of a micro fan. Come on, baby, take my hand. Let me show you how this works. Now drink some beer and do some twerks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Are we doing poetry or are we rapping?
No, he's doing the beer songs. Remember, I said there was no beer songs, so he's writing beer songs out.
So it's a rap.
We need an updated beer song. Well, it could be.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's catchy.
Do some twerks. I only fish to harvest if you fish, but not stop fishing. Yeah, I mean that's where a lot of these parks are. They put the fish out there in these little ponds and stuff, and it's catch and release. But it's kind of like,
yeah, I feel bad when I do that.
Yeah, they always say, "Well, it doesn't hurt the fish." Like, how do you know? Are you a fish?
Yes, you don't know.
You're putting a hook into the fish's mouth. The fish is swinging around this damn hook until you pull it out.
If it's not big enough.
Well, I mean, that's one thing, but I still don't agree with that. But I'm also just like, and even if it doesn't hurt, how fucking anxiety ridden is that for the fucking fish? Could you imagine
every time he goes
scooping you out of your home, with a hook and then being like, oh, suffocating you and then say, oh, okay, here you go, and throw you back. You're fucked up for the rest of your life.
Must not be too big, because I've caught fish that's had holes in them where it looks like they've caught it. They ain't learned much first time.
They're probably trying to kill herself.
Yeah. Well, it's food. They think it's food, so they're going to try to have to eat at some point. They're like, God damn it, not again. Not again.
Yeah, shit. Again. I've done this before.
It's awful.
Yeah. PBR Extra is in a black can. I may have seen that actually. I remember seeing PBR in a black can, so maybe I did see that here. That might be actually at Party Source.
Is it better than a regular PBR?
That's got more alcohol. That's better for some.
Yeah. I mean, that might be the only better thing.
It's probably got more of I wonder if it has more of a malt liquor type feel to it or something.
It could.
We need to get more of these and keep them on hand. Not necessarily this kind, but just
Hefeweizen?
Yeah.
So
is it Hefeweizen? Is that how you say it? Because I always when we go out and I order one, I always feel like I'm fucking up how to say it.
What do you usually say?
I say Hefeweizen.
Yeah. It's Hefeweizen,
but there's no V in it.
That's German.
That's how you pronounce W as a V.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not wit beer, it's Vit beer.
Yeah. Weizen. Not is it Weizen or Weizen?
Weizen.
I say Hefeweizen. Maybe it's
Well, not Weizen, but Weizen.
Hefeweizen.
Weizen. Well, I'm probably gonna continue to fuck that up, but
or you could just say Heffy. Bring me the Heffy.
Yeah.
No.
There's a bunch of people makes these.
That's where we go to Our Lady. They have one that that's where I always order it. It's called. I always forget the name of it. It's
knocking on Heff's door.
Yeah. It's knocking on So that's another thing. I'm not saying knocking on. Is it Heffen's door? I don't.
Well, they pronounce that's how it's spelled. Is Hefen.
Heffen.
Yeah, but The 5 foot something. That
Instead of
tastes
heaven,
a lot
it's heaven.
hoppier now. I used to love that one, and I'm not a big fan of that now.
Of what?
The 5 foot something.
That's just this batch. I mean, it changes. It will change sometimes. I mean, this one was a little more hoppier than normal.
Yeah.
High ABV and large Belgian bottles help drinkability. I would say so.
All right. I saw today when I was at the liquor store, they had a bottle. It was Untitled Art, and it was a collaboration with Listerman.
Oh,
And it was a
nice.
stout, and I was going to get it. Guess how much that thing was? And it wasn't like a big...
Was it a 22-ounce bottle or something, or like a 16.9?
No,
It was probably the
bigger than
16.9 then. So
yeah,
the 16.9, I mean, he probably, what, like $18 or something?
more than
21?
For one can?
21? Like
No,
21?
It was like $24.99.
For one can?
One bottle.
One bottle, like
Was it a big bottle?
16.9
It
ounce.
wasn't like the big bombers where you get like 2 bottles out of it. It was like a can and a half, probably.
Well, yeah, and
I mean,
people...
it's- I don't know. What'd you say? How many ounces?
it's probably the 16.9 ounce bottle.
Yeah, it looked bigger than that. Is there one in between that and a 22?
It's like usually 16.9 and then there's 22.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It didn't look as big as a normal 22-ounce bomber, though.
But they shaped some of the bottles so that it might be different there.
Yeah, it could have been. I should have looked at it closer to see, but I saw the price tag and I just kept on going.
You're like,
No,
I don't think so.
Although I did pick up another Untitled Art, though, which I'm going to crack open next, and this collaboration with Hubbard's Cave out of Chicago.
Ooh.
Is that an IPA?
Which I've heard a lot of great things about. Now this is a
Stout.
Black Forest Cake Smoothie Stout.
Ooh, that sounds good.
There's a lot of stuff happening there.
Smoothie Stout with cacao nibs, vanilla bean,
Lactose.
cherry puree, and milk sugar. Basically,
Dessert in a glass.
yeah. But I've heard a lot of really good things about Hubbard's Cave too up there.
Yeah.
I like their IPAs and stuff.
Bounty said he'll do more bourbon and cigar content. He promises. That's a good thing to cover there. I needed some more, like some of the stouts and cigars at some point. Retired Air Force, so I can use all the MWR facilities, etc., around the world, morale, welfare, and recreational facilities. So if that's to go anywhere at any of the bases, pretty much. That's pretty cool. I was working when my class went on a senior trip. Yeah, you were working, but I remember you saying it before. So you was a workaholic. I looked at cigar containers that you use to make cases, thinking of leather cases with the cigar tubes in it. That's nice. She's always got a good craft she's going to do.
I know.
Okay, I got 2 shots of Screwball, and I'll tell you the beer I got when I get home. All right. You're a big fan.
Good.
You're a big fan of the
Ooh.
Screwball, Todd.
Yes.
You're a big fan of it.
Screwball is good.
It is good.
You've got some downstairs.
I don't think we should do that.
Probably not.
Technically, it's still a school night, I guess, but yeah.
Take that Screwball and then you mix it with some what was the
You got banana liqueur,
well, I got that, but
and then some kind of chocolate.
something. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but
Yeah.
it was basically liqueur.
I fucked it all up though. I mixed all 3 of them together, but it's like the 2 he got to mix with it were like super duper alcohol. Like,
Well, one was 99.
yeah,
I forget what it's called.
they weren't mixers, so it was
Banana.
like mixing bourbon with vodka.
Yeah,
it
Well, that
was-
one was kind of a mixer. It was just
Yeah, I mixed mine, and I'm like, nope.
It's all about turning up the ABV.
They were so good though. They were good.
Screwball's good all by itself.
Screwball is good by itself.
Well, Screwball was just a peanut butter one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
What is
that's
it,
what that.
whiskey?
Yeah, but that's what asking. Which Screwballs I have pre-made Jello shots, but Screwball's a peanut butter whiskey, which I haven't had. The one from Old Distillery, Old Smoky, is pretty good.
Haven't had that one.
I'm gonna throw my mask away like bras at a bras parade.
Oh,
Bra
God.
parade.
Would it be like a mass burning like there was for bras burning in the
Sounds
70s?
like fucking heaven. I don't know whatever happened, why they had to bring them back.
Well, in Europe, a lot of women still don't wear bras, so I think it's like an American
Women with
type
little
thing.
titties don't wear bras.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. If I didn't wear a bra, people would be putting me on fucking YouTube and talking about me supposed to be at Walmart or something. Like, it's ridiculous.
You can start an OnlyFans channel.
I wouldn't feel dirty about that at all.
Not at all.
I saw a TikTok where this woman was selling. She was like not an attractive woman at all, which I don't know if when people buy used or worn panties, if they know where they're coming from. But she was telling you how to sell your used panties for like $70 to $300 a pair. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You said
it's like, who knew that
she wasn't attractive? You said she wasn't?
No, she was not attractive.
Well, they don't know that when they're getting
that's what I'm, but some.
Put some
of them post on, I'm sure, yeah.
But hey, I'm not trying to like shame her or anything, because I know there are a lot of men that like women that other men or women don't find attractive. So maybe that's their cup of tea. And
remember they were doing that on Orange is the New Black?
Yeah, I do remember that. But all the women on there were usually, there was no. There really weren't that many women on there that have been like,
yeah. She went around collecting everybody's underwear and was shipping them out of prison. It was funny.
And I mean, that's kind of that's
a real thing.
And that's probably a turn on for some people too, that they're sure fucking women in prison. Bad girl stinky panties.
I mean, they basically, yeah. I mean, they basically made beer out of it, so why not?
I guess.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the charismatic.
Sorry.
Segue.
No, it's all funny. Golden Pilsner.
We didn't even get past 9:30 tonight, Rod.
Yeah. Pilsner crafted with a perfect balance of hop and malt. So another one from Lexington Brewing. I think I need to put another thing up here so it sticks up so you can see it. But yeah, there's freaks for everything out there. So, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's kind of like, though, I wonder if people felt okay to talk about that kind of stuff, would they still be freaks? Because maybe there's more people that are into that shit than you think. So are they really freaks?
Nah, I mean, yeah, they're sniffing panties. They're kind of freaks that are sniffing panties. But I mean, everybody's got a freak flag, I guess, at some point. Somebody may do something that somebody else thinks is not a freak thing. Yeah, so it's like fly your freak flag high or whatever. But yeah,
different strokes for different folks.
You see some of the stuff out of Japan, and Japan's got some freakiness over there when you see some of the stuff they do, like on some of the videos, and they got like a big thing of like just I don't even know how you do describe for people that've seen some of their videos, just like stuff you can watch like on YouTube. They get really wrapped up into like the video game anime, how the girls dress up like the cartoon characters. And,
yeah.
The guys go.
Yeah, and I thought like American women can't keep up with the standards, porn standards or whatever. But fucking people, you gotta live up to cartoon standards.
Yeah.
In Japan, like how the fuck can you do that?
They have like a thing. It's like I think they have like a panty type thing as well. Like all the girls wear short skirts so they can show their pant. Like and the guys like just seem to always suck it up over there. So it's like I don't know, maybe. And also, I guess where you're at, what your culture's about. Think about European women. Like European women, like they don't shave under their arms and stuff like that because that's been their culture. It's more of a more freedom type thing. They don't wear bras. A lot of the women over there still, even if they are more endowed, I guess. But it's just. It becomes so normal for them. Guys don't even recognize them. Like if a girl walked down the street here with no bra on, she'd probably get looked at by a lot of guys over there. Just be like the guys would still be walking and doing their stuff, going to little markets, or whatever. So, but, I don't know. America's always kind of, I'm going to say like over sexualized in this country. Yeah, it's always been that whole big like when people get upset when they see a woman like breastfeeding.
Oh my god!
It's like people go crazy, but it's like
those
they're
are
like
male pleasure only.
They're like kind of like they're actually using them what they're supposed to be used for. Mm-hmm. So
how dare you?
Yeah, but have a girl come walking through topless that's like shapely or whatever. Guys won't say nothing really. It's like, yeah. I think there's something maybe pent up with that, like because they see women, they see them use them the way they're supposed to use them, and that kind of ruins some vision for them or something. Like it never bothered me. Like we've been in restaurants when it breastfeeds, like no big deal.
Right.
So, but some people get all bent out of shape. So
I give props to those women because I would never feel comfortable doing that, even though I should.
Yeah.
You should be able to feel comfortable about doing that, but there's no fucking way I would ever feel comfortable doing that. But
the thing is, like,
no, I think that's awesome.
It's like if it bothers you, just don't look. Like it's not hard to not look, you know.
Yeah.
So
nobody's forcing you.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyway, Dee says, and Dee the doctor, Dee's like, oh yeah, it's all natural probably. So hello, Shannon. Long week, glad it's over. He says long week, but then he puts a golf thing, so you know he's golfing this week.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, he responded to my thing when I mentioned about getting the 4 free beers down there as well. It'll be the first zombie of the apocalypse, but I will have the safe one. In that case, I will get a baseball that's wrapped in barbed wire. Gonna go Negan style, huh?
Negan style.
He says, cheers all. Vanessa, as we get sick after vaccines, the virus will develop beyond them. This is what happened with many viruses. Yeah, it's going to mutate. So, like now they're finding the highest group is growing in is between, it was like 10 to 19-year-olds now. They're seeing more beds getting taken up by the kids, which weren't the ones getting vaccinated because they thought the kids had to get vaccinated. It's like, it's going to mutate. It's going to do its best to survive through anything. So if you cut it off one way, it's going to try to go another. I mean, you know, what do we know about like freaking nature? Is like we can never beat it. It's always going to adapt to whatever.
That's like our daughter. She's 16, and
you
know, they're like, "Are you going to make your daughter get the vaccine?" Because I've had both of them. He's had one.
I get my second one next week, I think.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not going to make her. I mean, she's a pretty mature 16-year-old, and I feel like, you know, it's her body, it's her choice. If she wants to put it in her, if she wants to get it, then she can. If she doesn't want to, then I'm not going to make her. You know, I'm like, I feel like she's her own person, and I don't need to, you know, it's her decision to me. And I think she probably.
I don't think she wants to, but
I think she will.
She will.
I think she'll get it. Yeah, because every year she bugs the piss out of me about her flu shot.
I asked her the other day to get her on the list, and she was like, I don't know.
Mm.
Well, the only thing is she could possibly pass it to others, though.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly so.
Oh my God, that tastes like a chocolate covered cherry, and that is way too sweet. That is so sweet. Ugh.
Too sweet for you?
I don't think it's overly sweet.
Oh, it's too
definitely
sweet.
Like a chocolate covered cherry for sure. That's good. I like it.
Didi said, got that Goodwood tonight. Aged ale. Looks like your can, I think. Got 8 different beers, but no Rod J deals. I mean, there's only one Rod J deal. Come on, man. Oh, man. Oh, let me take a look here.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
All right. And I know 30 who got the Rona. Most recovered fairly quick and didn't know they had it, but the others ended up being really sick and ended up recovering. Yeah, I think your body kicks into it on what you may go through. And if you're older, those are the ones that a lot of people have deceased. But you had age groups from all over now from deceased, depending on what they were. And there were kids that had no other underlying ailments that they also died too. So just never know.
No.
Some people you'll find that you do not have the skills or knowledge to help. Yeah, well, can't help everyone, that's for sure. Nope. Shannon's dad's story is why I have trust issues.
Maybe that's why I have trust issues. Maybe that's my dad.
I don't know. He doesn't have any trust.
There are issues of trust for sure out there.
He should have trust issues. I don't think he does.
He's too fucking macho for anybody to. Yeah.
They're going to happen to me.
Especially a woman.
The Dalai Lama can need a lift, and I drive right by him.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you get a pickup truck, you can tell him to get in the back, right? So.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, when my dad was a truck driver, and he hauled cars for Ford. And when I was a kid, after Mom and Dad got divorced, we would go to Lake Cumberland for our vacations. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time we were on the interstate. This was back in the 90s. And there was a big semi that broke down on the side of the damn road on the interstate. And then a couple miles down, there was a trucker walking. My fucking dad pulls over. We're in a damn truck. So, you only got one seat. So he fucking pulls over and asks him if he wants a ride. So old truck driver, who my dad has no idea about, gets in the damn truck sitting right next to me. And I'm scared out of my fucking mind. I'm like, Dad, I fucking know better than this,
Yeah.
Can't pick up hitchhikers.
I guess he never saw the movie with Rutger Hauer back in the day. The Hitchhiker.
My dad don't watch movies.
Yeah. That might change his attitude about picking up hitchhikers.
Yeah, my dad's a workaholic. That's all he does is he works.
So that one was a Pipeworks double IPA that Big Daddy had. And I got Jess IPA brewed with flaked oaks and hop with Mosaic, Simcoe, and Citra. Amherst Brewing. Oh, nice.
Sounds good.
We got another verse from Bourbon Bounty. Driving to the beer store, picked up a meth whore, pants thrown on the interstate, called the police, but it was too late. She ran to the campus shops, but ended up fighting. See, that sounds more like a country song now. That'd be like a country verse so we can put into it.
We need to write all these lyrics down so we can put something together and put some beats to it.
Yeah. I used to like driving to the beer store, that one guitar strong.
Called the police, but it was too late. Trained to the campus shops. Fighting cops.
That's pretty good, Bourbon.
That is so good.
If only you had the video from your dad. We could put the video of her running around. Good one, Bourbon. Dee. That's pretty good. Swami said, "What's up, Vanessa? What's up, Two Wheels? Beer time jingle." Yeah. So earlier, Chad, we were talking about like no one has like a new beer song. It could be a beer song. I mean, I think Luke Bryan has a beer song that's out there, but we talking about when we were kids, like you had 99 bottles of beer on the wall, but there's not really like a good beer song. This thing going to get beer. So Bourbon's been writing some verses for for a beer trip. When you go, you can sing as you go to get the beer. Miss walking around Walmart said, "Oh, 200 hours. No more people watching there."
Yeah, God. You don't even have to wait till 2 a.m.
No.
It's always something at Walmart, right? Tig bitties can become knee knockers without bras.
Right? There you go. Perfect.
Oh, man. Do women pay $300 for used men's underwear? I got a few.
No. God, no.
There could be, I don't know, there could be women that might be into that too.
Somehow I don't think there's as big of a market for that.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
They said women are more audio anyway.
Yeah.
Because they imagine in like the heads, like that's why they like to read like the sexy novels and all that kind of stuff, because then they have a vision in their head. But men are more visual. So they want to see it and stuff like that,
yeah,
and touching and stuff. So there is a difference there.
I wonder if it's because men can never live up to women's expectations, so we have to imagine it.
What do you say? The women can live up to men's? Since we visualize.
Yeah, I'm not being fucking hot. That's all it takes for you all.
All right, I'm gonna let that one go because I'm thinking she may be right there.
Totally.
We like what we see, and we want to see what we like. So yeah.
And then you all put up with a bunch of stupid bullshit just because she looks good.
That does happen a lot to guys, though. I think. At a point, guys will put their foot down. So it's not all being. It may take a little bit of time, but
when they find the next hot girl,
we're not all like Lamar Odoms and Khloe Kardashian out here. You know what I'm saying? So we're not Kanye and Kim, like just putting up with it.
God.
Aren't they getting a divorce or something anyway? Or is he like?
Yeah. Well, he's fucking nuts. He's fucking.
Well, maybe
he is very artistic and talented, but he's fucking nuts.
I think the Kardashians put something on the men whenever they get around them. I don't know what it is. Lamar was cool before he. Nuts? Oh yeah, there's something that goes. Lamar was fine before he got involved. Kanye was fine before he got involved. Bruce was a whole different person before he got involved.
Bruce was. Listen, like I'm fine with that whole situation, but I'm like, was he around too much feminine energy with the looking good and shit that it fucking flipped the switch in him, or like he's like, I want to be like that.
I don't know.
Or was he always like that and he just was trying to hide it?
Maybe that's what he
comfortable.
says. Yeah. Could have been. Interesting though, but I'm just saying, it seems like things always. They must be putting it on the guys, I guess. Todd's wife is hilarious. 2 blondes.
Oh. Hey, this isn't even me in full action, so thank you, though.
She's just getting started.
Stay tuned for another hour.
Yeah. But 2 blondes, if y'all haven't checked out 2 blondes drink beer, definitely check them out. They do a great job over there as well. On the beers they all share. Let me see here. LOL, only washed ones, Vanessa said.
Yeah, I don't even like dealing with those.
That was to Chris's question, I believe. Let me see. I'm driving from Chicago to Scottsboro, Alabama, Sunday for work. That's a drive. And beer, IP in particular, I should check out along that way. The only one I know, like, down in Alabama is the one, they got some down there. I'm trying to think. I think it's Lazy Magnolia, but they're down southern Alabama. But it's Good Peoples, I think it is. Good something.
Yeah, Good Peoples.
They're really good out of Alabama from what I've been told.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah, I was saying Big Daddy.
Like Birmingham or something, I think.
If you know John Pierre's channel, Big Daddy, he's actually in Alabama. And if you check out his channel or shoot him a thing, he can definitely tell you which ones are pretty good down there as well. Andrew in the house, Rajay, long time. Need to go grab a peanut butter stout from the fridge. Site changed for me in hours. I'm longer working first shift weekends. Off weekend is today and tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, good to have you back on board, my friend. I need to get some more peanut butter. I haven't had peanut butter beer in a bit. Miscellaneous. What's going on, brother? Miscellaneous says Alabama has difficult alcohol laws, so don't expect ABV over 13.9 and no booze on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Good People. I think Good People's make some pretty decent beers, but I don't know how big they go. But yeah, Alabama's still part of that Bible Belt, so they probably have some restrictions.
Yeah, we ain't had alcohol sales on Sunday for very long.
No, we just my dad used to have to drive over to Louisville or to Kentucky to get beer on Sundays. We're real close to Kentucky, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But we just last couple of years maybe we got alcohol on Sundays.
Yeah, probably. It's probably been 2 years or so now, I guess, maybe. Shit, I don't know. It's gone by so fast, I forget.
Yeah.
We talked about it when they allowed them and stuff, so yeah. But Kentucky, we have different counties that can sell beer. Like one can sell like after 11, but one county can't do it till after 1, depending. So, yeah. You can just get beer anywhere you want nowadays, in my opinion. Vanessa Shannon is awesome.
No, thank you.
She is awesome.
Dee says, yes, Rod, breastfeeding is natural, and I still cry when I see breastfeeding. Some things you never forget.
Oh, God.
Is that orange or lemon, Rod? This one here is actually, talking about the can or the beer for Chad. I mean, it's an orange can, but it's actually a golden pilsner, so it's actually kind of a straw yellow on the beer color, if that's what you were asking.
I always drive tomorrow at 340.
Oh.
I already got and had the Kung Fu back in 1919 for the official year. Was sick for a week. Still not getting a vaccine.
He picks her up here and drops her off.
Are you sure you actually had it though, Andrew?
Shut my door earlier.
Like a doctor said you had it, or it might have been something similar to it. Drinking on the Publican House Brewery hazelnut coffee stout, son. I almost said Pubican. That would not have been good.
No.
The Hitcher, excellent movie. Yeah, The Hitcher was a classic. all about hitchhiking and not to hitchhike. Sounds like a country music song in today's teacher in school. Yeah, exactly. It sounded like a country song in that last verse. Insomniacs need our entertainment, right? You gotta have something to go.
Yeah, gotta have something.
You still having trouble sleeping in, Vanessa, I take it? And she said, I am a math teacher. That's what she is. Is craft beer better in a can, in a bottle, or on tap? We can chat with the questions. Tap is always better.
I think so.
Yeah, tap is always going to give you usually the freshest, as long as the kegs are upkept and the tap lines are clean. Like you should clean them like once every week or two, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're ran at the right temperature. You're not going to get it fresher than on tap for the most part. But can be good. I look at cans like little kegs, but it can be a metallic taste depending on what type of the beer that's in it as well. They can be picked up. And bottles can be okay too. But if they're hit by light and stuff, that's where you
Storage,
get the
yeah.
Well, that makes me think we went to Our Lady this last weekend. Was it? We went over the weekend when we went down there.
Yeah, last Friday.
And we walk in, and my brother and couple of his friends were there, and he's. I love my brother, but he's a little high maintenance, and he was talking about how, because I ordered a beer, and he's like, "Don't get this beer taste." I'm leaving. He's like, "This beer doesn't taste good. They're not cleaning their taps out good enough, or something like that." And I'm like. He's like, taste it. And I'm like, tastes fine to me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on.
What was it that he had? Was it the
it was the
Epi?
5 foot something.
Oh, the 5 foot. Oh, it was just a
Yeah.
blonde. It was just a blonde.
I mean, it did have it didn't taste as carbonated as it usually did, but I'm just like, quit being a snob.
That's one you were saying earlier, wasn't it?
No, I'm talking about
the
that.
Happy?
Oh, the 5 foot something it's hoppier now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
That's not the
I
right
mean,
isn't a recipe though, but
that's what I say. You get it,
Yeah.
microbreweries like that, you're going to get a little different sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, not always, but sometimes you might get just a little pinch too much of something, it might just throw it off just a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for him, hoppy's like, I don't even know.
Well,
it's too much
But
hoppy.
he wasn't talking about the hoppiness. He said they didn't clean their lines
Well, I
out
know,
good
but
enough.
he was referring, but he didn't like it because it did
It was too.
seem too
It
hoppy.
did taste too hoppy. I didn't get. I drank it and I didn't get another. Went back to the Hefeweizen, whatever the fuck it's called.
But for him, anything that's got just a hint of hop in it is forget about it. It's too hoppy. He's a German style beer drinker to the T or to the max or whatever. I mean,
yeah, but Germans use hops in their beer.
well, I know, but I don't know.
I
mean, all beer has hops in it, but
He's like,
but if it's got that hint of the hop, he doesn't really like it.
he just doesn't like.
For the most part,
He's more of a lager than ale person, probably.
Yeah.
He doesn't like with the ale. You have more of the hop stuff that usually come into play than you do on the lager. Lagers bottom feeding the yeast and it kind of just goes with everything. Which is why you get I call the barnyard type smell off a lot of the lagers and stuff.
Barnyard smell.
Yeah,
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, there's different.
Horrible.
It's different adjectives in beer being different things, but if you're around a farm or something like that, sometimes you get a smell off a beer just kind of reminds you of that. So it's like
If it smelled like a barnyard, I don't know if I would drink it.
People drink IPAs and they'll tell you it smells musty. People don't think musty is a good thing, but they drink them.
Yeah. Horrible.
It's just the word that fits. Only in craft beer does this work, by the way. So.
Right, that's the only time you're like, oh, okay, that's good.
No, I want that beer that smells like a barnyard. That's musty and ugh.
Yeah. Think of those commercials they make fun of. You have anything that smells like an old boot that's been stuck in the mud?
As a matter of fact.
Yeah. I'm looking for shoe leather right now. So, yeah, in craft beer, there's different ways that things come out that you wouldn't think of describing in other ways, but they fit with craft beer because it just, I don't know, it just clicks on stuff. So.
Gotta go buy a barnyard. That smells like a craft beer.
There are some. Funky is something that people describe the beer with too. So.
Well, cheese. Yeah. I remember I was in high school and one of my friends had a foreign exchange student, and I think he was from Italy, I think. And he had brought some cheese over, and it smelled so bad they had to keep it in the garage. And they brought it in the house, and I'm like, how can you? I don't even want that in the room.
It's supposed to be good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even want to be in the same room as that, much less put it in my mouth. It smelled so bad. It was horrible.
Kind of like Limburger, right?
Yeah, that might have been what it was. I mean, I was in like the 8th grade, and I still remember how bad the cheese smelled. So
Limburger.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But people like the taste of it. So
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Well, good for them for overlooking the smell. You're like, if it smells bad, it might be a good experience.
Some people think the stinkier the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going back to the panties.
yeah, so full circle, here we come. It's a merry-go-round. Just hop on, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, Dee Dee said tap as well. Big Daddy, I'm a knee knocker fan of Bourbon Valley.
A knee knocker fan.
Knee knocker. Amen. That is the nicest thing that I've heard anybody ever say.
Bounty said to each their own. I never judge.
That's right.
Two bag of Badger Hill peanut butter stout brewed in Shakopee, Minnesota. Nice.
Badger Hill. Ooh,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where Donnie went to with his
Shakopee
friend one time.
or Shakopee?
Shakopee.
The one that poked me in the forehead?
Yeah.
Who poked you in the
Badger
forehead?
Hill.
Oh, I got all kinds of stories. My brother brought a girl over.
Just not enough time.
My brother brought a girl over. First time I met her, I'm like, I don't know how much I like her. But I'm like, well, she was all over him. Ignored my brother and was all over him. And so I'm like, but I was like, he's saying no, but everybody else noticed it. Except for the men. The drunk men didn't notice it. So anyway, I'm like, well, you know what?
It's all in the family.
Yeah, it's like the first time she's coming into a whole big group of people, and she'd been drinking all day, so I'm gonna give her a pass. I'm like, I'm gonna give her a pass. I'm gonna give her some time, and I'm gonna get past this, and then if my brother likes her, I'm gonna want my brother to be happy. I'm not causing any trouble. So then the second time she comes over, she had texted me about some meme or something, and I didn't respond back to her because I was pissed about her hitting on my husband. So anyway, she came over and she came up to me and she goes, I just want you, or she's like, I text you and you didn't text me back. And I'm like, playing it off. I'm like, don't feel bad. I don't text anybody. Like my best friend and my husband are sitting right there.
True story.
Yeah. And I'm like, It's not just you. And then so she comes up to me and she goes, now you know. And I was like, oh, fuck. But again,
there we go.
But again, we were having a party at our house, and there was a lot of people. It was my two best friends' birthday party, and so we had a house full of people. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to ruin everybody's time. I don't want to cause trouble between my brother and her, so I'm going to just fucking ignore the rest of the night and be away from her. So then she comes outside when they're getting ready to leave, and everybody fucking hates her. But I feel like, well, I've poisoned your mind against her. I'm like, I want you to make your own opinion. You're
being like your dad. You're being too kind.
They're like, no, we don't like her. So anyway, she comes out to tell me goodbye, and she goes, I just want you to know that me and your brother have been together for 3 weeks now, and I'm not going anywhere. And I go, okay. I'm like, I hope you two are very happy together, And then she turns around and walks off, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand this bitch. But I'm like, I don't want to cause any problems for my brother and his girlfriend. So I bit my tongue. And then, of course,
it was at your house?
Yeah, it was at my fucking house. She comes to my fucking house and pokes me in the fucking forehead.
No, it's at your house. He's in your domain. You don't got to back down for shit. It's like,
I know, but I just, they're her problems, not mine, apparently. But so anyway, I was just trying to be a good sister. I didn't want to,
Did Todd see you get poked?
No, nobody did. Everybody was like over here, and we were standing over by the refrigerator. Yeah, because if one of my friends would have saw that, they probably would have, especially Emily, if she would have saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she would have got up in her fucking face. Yeah, but I'm just like.
Seems like.
Yeah, she's like, what are you doing? But anyway, it worked itself out. And,
I've seen beatdowns happen after things like that. So
yeah, I know. Well, that's what everybody I tell that story to. They're like, how to whoop her ass, and I'm like, that's just not who I am, you know.
That's why I was wondering. That's why I was wondering if Todd saw it, because he's probably like, oh shit, she did not just do that.
Yeah. No, Todd,
Oh boy.
yeah, Todd's like,
I would have known. Wouldn't have done anything.
yeah, no, I'm a lover, not a
Then
fighter.
just had to hear about it afterwards.
Yeah, I will fucking talk about it, but I'm not a fighter. I don't. Yeah, I make excuses for people. I'm like, well, maybe she's having a bad day, you know.
Again.
Yeah. Again. Every time I see her, she's having a fucking bad day.
Another bad day.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Ever.
Yeah, but it worked. That's what I'm like. I don't have to point. Shit, it'll get taken care of. The universe will take care of it. You know, like.
But her brother got mad after he found out.
Yeah, because I didn't say anything to him because I didn't want to cause problems. If he was happy, I wasn't going to be the reason that he fought with her, you know. So after they broke up, I told him about it. He's like, I wish you would have told me because I would have broke up with her. And I'm like, would you have though? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm like, I didn't want to be any reason for you two to fight.
How long did they end up dating for?
It wasn't long. 6 weeks, maybe.
No, that was a few months.
Was it?
Because she basically just moved in with him.
I was gonna say from day one.
Yeah.
Well, she seemed pretty secure at 3 weeks, so I was wondering how long it went. They say 21 days.
Yeah,
21.
Like, good luck, girl.
They say 21 days is a habit, so that'd have been 3 weeks. You know?
Well, that's my thing. My brother keeps dating these girls, and he's like, I'm not sexually attracted to him. And I'm like, what the fuck was that about then? With him and Mandy.
Maybe he was.
But like the other girls he's dating, like there was fucking nothing attractive about her. I mean, her attitude was unattractive. Her appearance was unattractive.
You have to ask him that. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask him that.
He has weird taste. So.
Yeah, he does have weird taste.
Maybe she was up on her under the sheets game. You know, she knew how to handle other stuff.
Well, that
That's what I tell him. He's like, I'm not sexually attracted to him. I'm like, how do you fucking know? Because she might fucking rock your world if y'all have sex, you know, and then you might be sexually attracted to her.
Yeah.
I'm like, she might be a fucking freak.
You'd be like, well, it's too bright in here. How about dim those lights a little bit?
Lower.
Yeah,
lower.
Okay.
Andrew's tipping back at Badger Hill peanut butter salad. Oh, I already said that one there. And drinking Gatorade tonight. Did too much stuff in the yard and patio today. You know, they have beer now that actually they're putting electrolytes in.
Yeah.
So they came out with that now. So
that tastes delicious.
Well, it's like a lot of runners after they get done running, they drink beer. They drink a beer after they get done. So they pretty much made like a Gatorade type beer now.
I always wanted to be a runner, but I just fucking going for a walk sometimes. Like for exercise, it's like not fun. Like if I could sing when I have my headphones in, like when I'm at the park, then I would be all about it. But it's so fucking hard for me to like be walking and I can't sing because then, you know, it'd be awful, but
be one way the park would be empty.
Yeah, it would fucking be empty.
There's nothing ever good that I see about running. I mean, in high school, I had to do shot put and I was a backup sprinter. A sprint wasn't as bad because you only did like 100 meters and you were done or whatever, like a relay. But like those people that ran like the 3,200 and stuff, like it's like you see people jogging, like they never look happy when they're jogging. They're just
right.
Oh, it always kind of felt the same way. Like sprints over long distance for sure.
Yeah, it's like if they're really jogging, they look like the shit's getting kicked out of them, and they're just trying to get it done at that point. And I mean a real jogging, not like the pretty people like try to jog and they're like just kind of bouncing around, like they're not really doing anything. Like, you see some people jogging, they're not even really jogging, they're just kind of walking fast. Like you're not really moving. Like, you know, what are you doing out here? But those true joggers, they're just like beat up by the time they get back. But But I was always more, in high school, I hated lifting weights, but as I got older, I liked lifting weights more. So,
well, that's what I keep hearing. It's like, even, you know, everybody's always like, do cardio to lose weight or whatever. And then they're like, well, really, lifting weights is better than doing cardio to lose weight.
Yeah, because when you lift weights, you build the muscle mass. And with the cardio, you're doing a quick burn. But
Yeah.
when you lift weights, you're burning throughout the day because now as you put more muscle on, it's taking your body more energy to move through the day and everything. So
Yeah, and doesn't muscle helps burn calories, doesn't it?
yeah, help burn calories. But then if
Yeah.
you're doing muscle and if you're balancing out nutritiously, eating the right foods and stuff, like a lot of times people overdo like with the carbs and all that kind of stuff, and that's what causes more fat. But if you're eating like proteins and like your vegetables and stuff like that and everything, laying low on the carbs and stuff, your body will just burn down more of the protein and things like that, but it won't have any fat to put on. So that's why they're always talking about, what your numbers are. Like people like to work out and lift, they'll be like 45% protein, and they'll be like 35% like vegetables, like 20 something percent carb or whatever they'll try to do. So that when they're burning them more, they're not having that fat. Because when your carbs don't get used, they just become more fat. So
It's too much math.
yeah. Minnesota just changed their alcohol sales on Sunday a couple years ago. Yeah, they're one of the later ones, which Minnesota is kind of like a progressive type state, so it's kind of funny that they didn't have that before. Miscellaneous, just swimming the dog side and switch to bourbon. The lowest is 40% rock bottom. We can go up from there. Well, there you go. The type A flu with a bronchitis chaser, had the cold sweats, and had no appetite until 5 days into. Oh, wow. That's something that'll kick your ass. There's something that'll help you lose some weight, though.
Yeah.
Calls with my previous contract at work, 70 plus hours in 5 days. Oh, wow.
Like manual labor?
Yeah. Yeah, we're like, what kind of work were you doing there? I'm thinking Dragon's Milk Stout on tap on the patio should be pretty darn tasty. I would concur. I would think it would be as well. Chris said it was great seeing you. Cheers. Have a good night. You too, my friend. Catch up with you soon. And big work day tomorrow, Friday, and then the weekend. So yeah, once we're all back in the office, we'll have to get together, go to lunch or something. Vanessa likes Dragon's Milk. I have to agree, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Slept a lot. The bronchitis and flu kicked my ass.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. I drink beer at the Llama Farm. It certainly is not some.
I'd love to drink beer at a llama farm.
Yeah, it can be a little messy at times. Kegs, lots of kegs, so you can make it seem like endless beer. Nice. Limburger cheese for classic cartoons smells bad. I never smelled it. Well, the classic cartoons and like the Three Stooges, they would talk about Limburger cheese. I think that's where the first place I saw was like the Three Stooges. Limburger, smooth, creamy, but smells like crap. It's kind of like shit.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Kind
of. How about Cassie Marsu? I'm not sure what that is. He said, LOL. He said a Shaka P is how it's pronounced. Yeah, Bourbon Barrel Quad. That's a good one. I've had that one. I think I've actually got a review on that one. I haven't uploaded yet from one of the Boulevard beers I have.
I really wish I'd like bourbon and whiskey. I feel so classy if I like that.
Maybe you didn't find the right bourbon you like.
No, I don't.
Because I mean, as you go up, there's different smoothness and different styles to it.
I should rephrase that. I wish I did, but I'm not willing to try anymore. So.
What about like vodka?
Oh, I mean, I like vodka in a mixed drink, but I love Tito's vodka.
There you go. What about tequila?
Yeah, vodka is really the only is that a liquor?
Mm-hmm. Spirit.
That's the only liquor that I really like. Like tequila, if I'm really in a mood, I'll do some shots of tequila, but I'm not crazy.
Blake ever drinks, he'll do a splash of vodka and a whole bunch of water. Just water and
Ooh,
vodka.
Yeah, no, I need something.
Well, you don't know. Vodka don't have much taste, so it would be just like water.
Yeah, I mean, I would try that, but I'm just one of those people. I like what I like, and that's just what I'm going to stick to.
She ain't going to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to the same restaurant, orders the same thing off the same menu every time, right?
Do.
Yeah. You miss other good stuff. Other good stuff that could be on there.
She did try for a brief time of craft beers, but that was it. It was over after about 2 months.
Yeah. I remember on that little bit of a run.
Went through a little phase of this is the thing to do for this month, and then
I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get obsessed.
onto something else.
I get obsessed with something, and then that's all I want to do, and then I get bored with it, and then I move on to something else, and I get obsessed with that, and then I move on to something else. So
Yeah.
I don't stick with much. I get bored real easy.
Gilbert said Belgian Barnyard Funk is the best. It's almost like brewers in Belgium are aiming for it. So I do love my Belgian ales. Various cities and towns here in the Midwest, not exclusive to Minnesota. The names are based off of Native American names. Yeah. Smack them clickets out.
Oh.
Just chiming in now. What's up, Paul? No offense and all that, but love her accent. Don't hit me, her partner. I'm real Canadian. That's that little what's it
I'm
called?
just lazy. I think I'm lazy when I talk because I'm not from like deep south or anything. I just I think it's just I'm late. I'm too lazy to pronounce my words.
Oh, Macy, a great gobbler like a turkey.
What?
I don't know. That's funny. Our next video was filmed after we ran. So they ran, then they had beer. We ran 4 miles in the rain today.
Do you enjoy running? Like I get like I think what I would understand about runners
people do though
is like it's an escape. It's like a meditation or an escape. Like that's where they like zone out and they get their head right. I get that, but I'm like, do you enjoy the act of running, or do you just enjoy the feeling you get like afterwards? Because I'm sure you feel great if you're used to it. If I went out and ran, I'd feel like shit, but
yeah, some people like it for both, I think.
I know people that run that really
yoga.
enjoy it. Yeah.
In yoga, I felt great after yoga, but it's like I know how good I'm gonna feel after I do it, but it's just the fucking doing it. It's like I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but
I remember one time, I think it was my sophomore year in college for baseball. A bunch of guys went to this party, and I think it was one of the fraternities. Who kind of didn't like the baseball guys for some reason, but they were there also. And I think they ratted out that some of us were drinking too while we were there.
But not you, right?
No, it was for baseball.
Wow.
Then it was, yeah.
Bad boy.
So I guess it got back to the head coach, and so that we got called in on it was like a Sunday or something, and we all had to run laps around the gym, but it was just like Indian style. So the line was basically end to front, basically was the line, but the first person had to sprint all the way to the end of the line.
Right.
In the meantime, everybody just keeps jogging until you just kept doing it. Basically, it just ran until, I don't know, X number of people threw up. It was.
I was going to say till you puke is how it usually goes.
Running like that, just running long. That's why I'd rather just run a sprint and be done. But long distance, forget it. It was terrible. That was awful.
Yeah, when you do that, it's just.
And the worst part of it was I think 2 of the guys got called out on it, who they thought was the ones that were causing it. They had to sit out and just watch everybody else run.
So it's like in the Army.
So they didn't even have to do it, and they were the ones that caused it.
They just wanted everybody to get pissed at them. He wanted all the teammates to be pissed at them.
Yeah, they just had to ride. They just had to ride a stationary bike.
It's like
But we all told them like, don't confront. Whatever.
Don't confess.
Yeah, we'll just whatever. Just took the heat for it.
Well, shit. That's encouraging being the fuck up.
No, just being teammates, not calling anybody out.
Okay.
So that's like Full Metal Jacket with the donuts.
Because you'd be like, he did it. All right, we're done.
You know good and damn well I wouldn't. I am not a
That's what you basically just was saying.
No, I'm saying that you said the team was like, don't say anything.
We was.
I wouldn't have said like, you did it, but I think that it should be their decision. If you want to fucking.
Well, I wouldn't say that. It should have been their decision,
Okay,
but they didn't. I'm just saying.
Let's agree to not understand each other.
I'm just saying you never played sports, so you don't understand.
You're right. I haven't. Had no desire.
Chad said, what's the best place you've been to get bar foods?
The fucking bowling alley.
The bowling alley?
Yes. I mean, is that bar food though? Like, you can get beer there.
Greasy, shitty food,
No.
but it's good.
Yes. The fried fish and mushrooms you can get at a fucking bowling alley. Oh, it's so good.
I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of bar food, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're just talking about like a flat iron Waffle House type.
Oh, Waffle House is the fucking best.
Hamburger.
Well, a bar food
burger
is if it's actually a place that's a bar where they serve food, or is it
right? That's
the
what I mean.
food, the food after to soak up from the bar for that
Depends on your
night?
definition there.
It depends because we got a place here. It's I think it's a Hangover Cafe or whatever, but you
White
can get beer and
Castles?
stuff there.
Yeah.
No, not White Castle. But they make some great food. Like after you drink, it's a great place to go to eat.
I was gonna say, but is it great if you're not drinking?
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's still pretty solid.
Still
Yeah.
good? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. But we like some.
Was that part of the consideration? Like, is it a place you'd go if you wasn't drunk, or is it only good because you are drunk?
Yeah, is the food good when you're sober? Is the
Yeah.
food good
Maybe
when you're
that's
sober?
bar food. That could be bar food.
Yeah.
Pretty much any food is good if you're drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, the right definition of bar food is how it plays out. Like, how are we looking at the bar food? So I need to rearrange my basement so I can get a squat rack and bench in. Well, there you go. I was actually thinking of taking our garage and putting some weights and stuff down there too. Because I hadn't gone to the gym since the COVID thing. And it's like, I don't have my membership now. And I'm like, I want to start lifting again. But I'm like, where can I do it? Oh, I could put it in the garage.
Have you had any effects of your wrist from when you sprained it or broke it or whatever?
Well, no, it's back now pretty much. So I think I'm good to go. But
My mom's going through that right now. She's my brother's daughter got a skateboard for Christmas.
oh,
And so she was out there with her, and they were taking turns on it, but they were like holding each other. So
Yeah.
Mom got on it, and before our niece could even grab her, so she went rolling and fell off of it and broke her wrist.
oh wow.
Did they say it was a break? Was it a break?
I don't know. She jammed the bones all together and it was
Ooh.
like, yeah, so.
Yeah.
And luckily, it was her left arm or left
Yeah,
wrist.
I mean, she went through some fucking shit to get that. It was awful.
So she had to have surgery, and she's got a pin in it, right in it now.
Well, they had to take bone out of her hip.
Oh yeah,
They had to
yeah.
take
Oh,
bone
wow.
out of her hip and put it in her wrist, so she had her fucking hip fucked up, and
Oh,
her
wow.
wrist was. And then they had to put a plate in it. So, but after the plate's in there for 3 months, they have to go in and take the plate out. So she's got to go and get it out. She's got to have surgery again.
I never heard him taking a plate out before. Like
Yeah.
usually, yeah. I gotta
I
screw it.
had-
I gotta.
She's been wearing like a brace on it and doing exercises for it for now, but
I mean, I gotta screw with my wrists and stuff. So yeah, but
oh, you
I
do?
still get stuff. Some of the bend is still, you can still feel like the stretching of it, but for the most part,
Yeah.
it's pretty much fine now. But yeah, I want to start doing something, lift weights and stuff again. But haven't decided. I'd say, well, I can always like push-ups or sit-ups, but I'm like, those are so boring of exercises.
They are.
Gotta do those. So I feel more accomplished
Boring.
going somewhere. Yeah. Vanessa's pushing her rollator on her 2-mile walk tomorrow. See if I can make it through. Right side has been causing all sort of havoc lately.
Hey,
Yeah.
keep going, even if you got to take your rollator with you.
Yeah. And I'm like, sometimes, like, I don't know if Vanessa's saying, like, sometimes when the weather changes, I can kind of feel it more in my bones, it seems. I think I feel a little bit more.
You just walk with.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice 2 blondes for them out there running. On burning calories back in the 90s and early 2000s, I worked 2 jobs. Day job was commercial tire work, semi construction equipment. Well, you were definitely burning some calories running around there.
Yeah.
For sure. Any type of that labor. Security contractor, Rod. So that's what he actually does now. Yeah. But that's 70 hours in 5 days. That's still a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not armed and not TSA. I don't want to get caught TSA. Yeah. Finally getting back to it after one of us had foot surgery last summer. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, it's good that you guys are able to get back into it now. I can imagine foot surgery would not be a fun thing either. Hey, TK's in the house.
My dad used to work at Ford on the assembly line, and used to have to squeeze a gun every day, you know, like a nail or whatever, like a hydro gun or something. And he had big old forearms. And my cousin, who was like in the service and stuff, like a lot of my brother's age friends, they'd always think that they could whoop him in arm wrestling.
Your dad?
Yeah. And he'd beat him all the time when they'd get so pissed. Like, I don't even understand. But it's just from squeezing a gun, whatever. He had massive forearm in his right arm.
Popeye, yeah.
But he'd be like, all right, come on. Like, you know, old man, come on, old man. I'll take you down. And he'd be like, boom, like nothing to it. And they'd get so pissed. They could never figure out why. Like, what is going on here?
Well, you got to remember, like, for your dad, I mean, when we were growing up too, we had those grip things that you always just sit there and grip, and that would build up your arm strength. Yeah, and so he was doing the same thing basically with that gun then. So
right, yeah.
I didn't know they still have those grip things anymore.
And honestly, though, my mom and she'd flex. She'd have she has like a big body. Like you'd think she'd worked out all the time.
Yeah,
like
she's like 73 or something, and she is solid. Like I still, when I hug her, she is just fucking solid. There's like no squishiness at all. It's like a big old ball, a firm, she's muscle.
I remember back in the day, everybody would be like, make a muscle, and she'd flex, and he'd be like, "Dang, you work it." She's like, "I ain't never worked out ever."
Yeah.
Like, why is your biceps so big? Like, I was like, I don't know, just like natural or something.
Yeah, she's solid.
I was like, the one gene you could have passed on. Why didn't you give that to me?
Peggy packing a little punch, yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
But cheers, TK. What is going on? And if you know TK Beer Day with TK, check him out as well. Great beer channel, also. When is just kicking it? 5 new baby llamas coming soon. Well, Erie's not on here. Erie's like the big llama fan.
Vanessa, you gotta take pictures and post them on your Instagram.
Oh my God.
Works in the shop and off a service truck for road work. And then we got Steve in the house. Steve, Steve, make sure you check Steve out. But Gadina, I hope you're okay. Just thought I'd come over and say hi. Much love, Rob, man. Must do a lot together. Hit me up on Instagram. LOL. Yeah, so I was thinking we could probably try to target something for like a Saturday or a Sunday. Might be the easiest because of the time difference. But for y'all that don't know Steve's Brewing Channel, he's over in the UK and he's doing some good stuff there as well. So make sure to check him out. But yeah, we could definitely do something and get together. Hey, Steve from Vanessa. Stinky cheese is usually the most tasty. I think he meant stinky, not sticky.
I think stinky, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Katie, how are you this evening? Aged rums are yum. Yeah, I do like some rum. Doing okay. Good to hear. And driving to the beer store. My brother thinks he knows more. No hops is what he likes to drink. Says that beer doesn't stink. I like real beer, son. Roll with me and I'll buy you one. I think Bourbon is putting together a pretty good song here.
Yeah, he's got one. He's got it going.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Does he prefer seltzers? Talking about your brother. There's a Monty video in the Mediterranean. There's also a Monty video here in Minnesota, but the Monty video here in Minnesota, the video is pronounced like how you read it, i.e. video as in VHS tape. And I meant roll with me. Damn autocorrect. So I'm a southern neighbor in Canada. I am Minnesota. Yeah. So Minnesota, depending where you're at, they're like, oh, you're pretty much Canadian. Get pretty close to the border. we don't enjoy the running part. We enjoy the chatting part. We just never shut up. Yeah.
There you go.
I couldn't fucking talk if I was running.
Talk and
yeah, you
run.
must be actual runners then if you can still talk while you're running.
Try to breathe and the whole thing.
I mean, you drive down a car next time you see some people jogging. Look at them. See if you find any smiling. I guarantee you'll not find one person smiling that's jogging.
It always looks like agony to me.
Yeah.
Like they're on their last breath. Like, come on, just got like 2 more blocks to go. Sweating. Like, you need a ride here? You want to finish this off? I'll pick you up and take you.
Yeah. And some people have some weird forms on how they run too. By the way, but
yeah,
everybody runs how you gonna run. But there are some people that run and it's like, what are you even doing out here? You don't even look like you're running. You're just flopping around.
You looked at yourself,
especially if they're wearing jeans and they look like they're running away from somebody.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The farther north you drive Minnesota, the Minnesota accent gets thicker, where you swear you are in Canada. I don't doubt that. I wouldn't be surprising. Mint smacking chiclets, son. Auto corrupt guy Gilbert too. I remember running years back. I did try to run with the rollator last summer. I discovered that choice was not wise. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you're running, you don't need a rollator.
It's like when I tried to jump the wall and it wasn't wise when I broke my wrist. So yeah, I am a way southern neighbor of Canada. Yeah, bourbon is for sure. Chiclets still come in the MREs and it's on the rations.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember last time I had a piece of chiclet gum.
I've had people tell me about chiclets.
Chiclets gum.
Oh, I thought we were saying chicklins.
Chitlins.
Are you talking about chitlins?
Chitlins, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicklins, yeah. Little baby chicklins. What's a chiclet?
That's a gum.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
the little square gum.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know now.
Yeah. You talk about funky. You don't want to mess with chitlins.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I'm like, it sounds like way too much trouble to fix them because when you get them, you got to do so much before you cook them. And I'm
it's like the picking test. You got to clean them and stuff.
Yeah. Fuck that. Forget it.
That was one of my good friends growing up as a kid. They would every Sunday they'd have chitlins and collard greens. And go there, I'm like, man, that thing stunk so bad.
Did you ever try them?
I never did. No, I couldn't know. And he said, yeah, they're better cooked, but the smell is just terrible. I think you met before. It was my friend Derek Jackson, and I think he met his mom before. He was at Kohl's or something one day. She used to be a teacher.
Oh yeah, did they used to live in Parkwood in that like bi-level house?
Yeah.
I remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to go there all the time. I spent all the time over there. Back in the day, we used to watch what was that? What was the breakdancing movies?
Breaking? Well, Breaking was one. There was Beat Street. There was Crush Groove, Beat Street.
Yeah. I was watching them all. They'd have the family dinners on Sundays, and he'd be like, "You man, I want to come over. They're making shit. Like they're doing chitlins and collard greens. It's like it stinks so bad." And I went there. I was like, "Yeah, it did smell good, but."
Yeah,
they swore it was.
I mean, I would maybe try them if like I wasn't in the area when they were preparing them and I didn't get the smell and knew where it was coming from.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I'd maybe try them.
I would now, but I wouldn't as a kid. I wasn't trying that shit as a kid.
Yeah, there's some southern dishes that need to stay in the South. I mean,
well, we have are they Korean? The ones that own the nail salon over here that make all the crazy foods.
No, they're like Cambodian or something.
Yeah, I think I was in the fucking bathtub one day, and Todd and Kylie were over at the neighbor's house, and they came back and they were like, "Here, try this." And I'm like, "What is it?" And they're like, "Deep fried crickets." And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I think Todd said you tried it, didn't you?
All their buddies were over there. It was the funniest thing. We sit around and pouring a beer. And you couldn't even drink the damn thing. Every 5 seconds they were wanting to go, cheers. So you had to like stand up and clank your glasses.
Oh, that's sweet.
I was like, I wanted to drink a damn beer.
That's sweet.
The next time somebody get up to like crack a beer open, it's like cheers. Like Jesus. It was fun though. It was funny. And they were cooking. I mean, they was cooking all kinds of shit. They had deep fried crickets, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, they both tried it and said they weren't bad.
They weren't bad fresh because they just had like a bowl. And they're like, oh, it's just like eating peanuts or chips. I'm like, yeah, I'm not so sure about that.
You got any peanuts or chips?
Yeah, I was like,
I've
got
had
that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. But you couldn't. They weren't for heating up for sure. But then they had like a whole chicken. It was the whole chicken, the head, the neck, and everything. And the guys out there with his mallet just like slamming away, cutting it up. Then all of a sudden, huddled over in the corner was all the girls, and they were making some kind of, I don't know if it was like muffins or something, some kind of doughy thing. They had a contraption, but none of them would talk to nobody else. They were just kind of amongst themselves. They're all nice, and they would talk.
Well, it's probably just their culture.
I'm sure it was, yeah, but it was.
I would love to like.
It was fun though, and ain't none of them. And the funniest thing about the whole night was they all get together on Sundays and play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're big, like NBA fans, and ain't none of them taller than like 5'5". And I started joking. I was like, "Well, who plays center for you guys then? If you're always like, well, I do." I'm like, "Well, you're shorter than anybody. Why are you the center?" Like I'd be like Shaquille O'Neal, and they'll start laughing. It was funny though. Super nice, super nice.
Yeah, I would have to pass on those crickets though.
Yeah,
I would love to like.
Beer's probably kicked in at that point, I'm sure. But our daughter ate some. She tried them,
she
tried them though.
But I would love to like. We have a friend, and they have Weezy and Rusty. They have a friend, and he's from Vietnam, and like he was a kid during the Vietnam War, and you know, I like to learn about like different people's culture and stuff, and I asked him so many questions, and he was talking about how like he remembered when the bombs would come in and just like blow the houses up and stuff. And
oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn so much. And I'm like, he made me appreciate, like I appreciate what I have, but he made me appreciate it even more because I'm like, you know, I never had to deal with bombs coming through the roof of my house or worrying about my people dying because of a bomb or, you know, stuff like that. But you can just learn so much from people that have had different lives than you know. That's why I love Jamaica so much. I'm like, God, I just want to know so much about everybody. But I'm a lot, you know, I ask so many questions and shit. And they're probably like, would you leave me the fuck alone?
Well, Jamaica, you're messing up their buzz. You keep asking too many questions.
Yeah. Well, they fucking ask me questions too.
Yeah. Oh, Bounty said he can run really fast for 12 feet.
For 12 feet.
No offense, guys. Let's go to bed. Nighty night all. Have a great stream. Let's try and stay one day. All right, Steve. Well, definitely you're 5 hours ahead of us, so get some rest, my friend. Chocolates are last of Halloween candy, Vanessa. Bye, Steve. Chiclets here or the gum. Maybe in Canada it might be something different.
Isn't that Mexican for gum or something anyway? Chiclets?
Oh, I don't know. I just know chi-chis or titties in Mexican.
Oh my, tatas.
Tatas.
I had a guy when we worked at UPS, there was this guy and I was like 19 years old. I didn't know what tatas meant.
Yeah.
So he would always call me tatas. He'd be like, "Hey, tatas."
You like, hey?
Yeah. I was like, hi. Yeah. I mean, he was nice, you know. Back then, sexual harassment was rampant, and nobody did anything. We didn't even realize. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even realize I was being sexually harassed, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You say tatas, I was like, whoa, what do you?
Well, me and my dad had this conversation, and I was like, I could have fucking owned UPS. I'm like, the shit that happened to me when I was at UPS. But I'm like, I got a personality where I'm like, you know what? Back the fuck up. You know, like, and a lot of girls don't have that. I'm just like, you need to go on, you know?
Yeah. You could have been part of the Me Too movement.
But I mean, that guy saying tatas. Even after I found out what it was, I was like, well, whatever. It's not lying.
Yeah, chi-chis means titties in Mexican as well. So
I loved chi-chis. The restaurant.
Yeah.
Are they even around anymore? Anywhere?
Just the stuff you buy at the store, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
Yeah.
If there is, I haven't seen one.
I loved Chi-Chi's.
You guys like unfiltered? I like an unfiltered beer. So I drink various styles where it's unfiltered.
Is that when all the sediment and stuff is in it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like in a bottle. So a lot of Hefeweizens will be unfiltered.
Yeah, wheat beer. A lot of wheat beers are too.
Yeah. Well, bar food are wings, but wings can get anywhere now. So, and then food at the bar. Well, that's the thing. Is it food at the bar, or is it? Because some people consider bar food after you went out for the night. Let's go get something to eat afterwards, because people get hungry after they've been drinking. So, if you go to a place, would that count still as bar food or not? Because I guess if you're drinking there,
kind of depends on your definition of it.
I think of
what you're anticipating.
Hoosters. I feel like that's bar food.
What is?
That's bar food though.
I think bar food's good. I like.
Well, no, but I mean it's
a little restaurant we have.
But it is a bar.
It's a bar.
I mean, I guess
it's a bar before it's a restaurant.
Yeah, but do you think
they serve isn't bar food? I don't think.
Do you think a BW? Do you think a BW3 is bar food?
No, I don't.
I
feel
don't.
Like that's a restaurant that has a bar.
But that's bar food.
I feel like their food is more bar food than the place you're talking about, though.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. In my opinion, I don't think their wings are like great. But if you're drinking beer, then yeah, it's good. But
so no, Rajay. The fucking bowling alley, the regular bowling alley is crappy food.
If I say fucking in front of something, it means it's good.
It's good. It's a real thing. Regular bowling alley sucks. That's crappy food.
Oh, that's good. I don't have a garage. I'm limited for what space I have. Yeah, but if you got the space, I'm just thinking here, basically the same thing. Maybe put some equipment in wherever you can get it in at. If you want to get in shape, get Richard Simmons. He's still doing it. I think he's still doing it.
Me and Todd back in a million fucking years ago. Like how long? I mean, that was probably like in 2002.
Did you guys have Richard Simmons tape?
Yeah,
you guys had a Richard Simmons tape?
We lived together before we got married in an apartment, and I'm always like, well, let's exercise, let's lose weight. So we did Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies.
Oh, I thought you was going.
No, and my friend Heather was there, and so me and Todd were doing Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies, and I couldn't fucking exercise for laughing so hard from Todd doing Richard Simmons.
I thought you were going to talk about that one.
Oh, the breathing one.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that one?
No,
that was fucked up.
No, fuck no, hell no.
Oh man!
You say fuck no when you did Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies.
That's way better.
No,
than
it was so.
Going.
Yeah.
See, things like that made me wish they did have social media back then, because I would love to see Todd doing Richard Simmons.
It's one of my favorite memories ever of us.
Really?
You doing Richard Simmons sweating to? Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. Yeah.
One thing I would have made it better if I actually wore the shorts and tank top like Richard Simmons.
Yeah. Oh, it was
that would have been classic.
Because Richard Simmons is so animated and
didn't he wear really high tube socks or something?
I wasn't paying attention to him.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to you.
He would have the high socks. Yeah. Yes, I'm in Planet Hardware taking out later. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the case, like with Todd's mom, then. But yeah, everything they put in me, I pretty much kept. Take it home with you. So,
souvenir.
Night job was unloading semis at UPS.
Me too. No, I loaded the semis. What did he say? Oh, I thought he's unloading.
He's unloading.
Yeah, we were loading.
Oh yeah, we loaded. I thought you said unloading.
Well, you never did the semi. You did the cans. You loaded the cans.
I did a Larry's truck sometimes.
Oh, did you?
We didn't have semis though, but
Larry's was a semi.
That was a box truck. That wasn't a semi.
No, he had a big trailer. I remember. I fucking loaded it because it was so hot in there. I would wear a hat with a.
Yeah, that was one of those mini ones.
It was so hot in there.
I guess it could have been.
It was a whole.
I know what it was. It wasn't a huge normal truck.
Okay.
Most of the time you had the brown car.
Well, now you got me wondering if I'm remembering correctly. But anyway, Larry
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Larry, the guy I loaded for. He drove from Huntington, West Virginia or Charleston, West Virginia. Was it Huntington or Charleston?
Huntington.
Yeah, Huntington, West Virginia. And he was like getting ready to retire. I mean, I didn't work there, but maybe a year and a half or something. And he'd come up, and I had the hots for him forever. And Larry would always make fun of me. He was like, you know what? It's never going to last. You're going to get bored of him. And I'm like, where you at now, Larry? But he bought me a pair of diamond earrings before he retired. He was like, every girl should have a pair of diamond earrings. So he bought me a pair of diamond earrings before he retired. It's the sweetest
nice
old, well, he was the sweetest and the perviest old man you'd ever meet.
He was cool.
Yeah.
He looked like Wilford Brimley.
He did. Yeah.
Like diabetes.
One time we were at our neighbor's house in our old neighborhood, and I'm like, you know, because back then we didn't have like Google or anything like that. So I'm like, it was, you know, probably 15 years later. I'm like, I'm going to try to look him up on Google and try to call him. So I looked him up and I found his name, and I'm like, from that same area. And I called, and it was the wrong person, but some woman answered the phone, and I was like, you know, is Larry Bowen there? And she was like, who's this? And I'm like, she's like, yeah, hang on a second. She got him on the phone, and it wasn't him. So I probably caused a divorce or something, you know? Yeah, she wasn't very happy. I'm like, I'm sorry. I should have been like, can I talk to that girl again so I can clear this shit up?
Starting household fights.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'd be pissed if somebody called if we had a home line. I'm like, can I talk to Todd Wren? You know, and they're like, well, who's this? You know, but
I don't know. It wouldn't bother me.
Well, you're a man. I don't think you all give a shit.
Like
if a man came up and was talking to your girlfriend or your wife at a bar or something, would you be like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" No.
I mean, if you could trust a person, if you trust a person, why worry about it?
Yeah, I guess.
Why would Todd be? Would you be?
He wouldn't be.
To a certain extent.
Yeah. If a girl came over and started talking to him, I'd be right up there. I'd be like right over there.
I don't know as much as you, because I know how you are when you start getting drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you don't realize then when you're paying attention to somebody else way more than you are anything else is going on around you.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying it becomes kind of a problem.
Yeah, but that's just too. I'll just like, I'd talk to people, you know. I'm like, whether it's a guy or a girl.
But the shoe on the other foot, and she's going like that to somebody else. So
yeah.
No, I wouldn't be mean if a girl started coming up to talk to him, but I would make my presence known.
She'd wedge her way in. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm way more likely in my personality. I'm way more likely to talk to strangers than he is.
Yeah.
So.
He doesn't wedge in.
What'd you say?
He doesn't wedge himself in there.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
What about if a girl was talking to you? Would your wife come up and be like, hey?
She'd probably be like you are, but I wouldn't care. I'm like,
yeah. Well, yeah, you shouldn't care, but you know. Yeah, I think
it's a woman. I guess it's a woman. It's a woman thing, I guess. I don't know.
It is a woman thing.
Well, like
territorial. You want to hike their leg and pee on you, so mark her territory.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Pretty much territorial, I would agree.
That's my toy. Don't be playing with him. Don't be playing with my toy. That's my toy.
When the shoes on your foot, they're like, "Oh, what do you mean? I was just talking."
Yeah.
No, if you come over, be like, "This is my husband," and
she's talking to the guys in Jamaica.
They were talking to me. I was just being polite.
Wandering around, who knows where.
Yeah, dealing with weather for your job, that could definitely, you know what you were doing, that could be an issue. But like UPS, like that's all you're doing, like the air conditioning in the trucks. That'd be a pain in the ass in the summer. when they deliver. They did a story on 60 Minutes about that. Like the delivery drivers, there's no air conditioning in the units.
Ugh.
And like how some of the drivers were like not very happy or like they were getting screwed and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Shit. I don't think, do they have a union at UPS? I can't remember if they have a union or not. That was like part of, but
here it was like, Teamsters. I don't know if that's all of it.
I don't know. Well, you didn't have fucking air conditioner when you're loading them damn trucks either. In the warehouse, them stuffy ass warehouse, and then you're in the back of a semi trailer. There's no air conditioner in the middle of the summer.
Or on the flip side, in the middle of winter, it's freezing. Yeah,
I'd rather be freezing than hot.
Probably smell like Limburger cheese out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Grip things do help with this. It says as well about the running, I believe. For me, with my 2 jobs, it was all muscle memory for a while. In 1999, I wound up unloading a semi with regular freight and about 80 or 90 generators, 150 pound each. Well, that's a workout doing what you're doing there. Yeah. Whew. Generators were in the semi at UPS. I now set up 4 videos. I set up 4 videos with llamas. I was shooting videos on the patio today.
Oh.
Nice. There you go.
No forklift or pallet jacks. Damn, you were getting worked out.
Ooh. Andrew, are you a young boy or are you an old boy?
White Claw. No White Claw.
White Claw. I always feel like, and I don't mean any disrespect if anybody's watching this and they like White Claws, but I feel like White Claws are for like little snooty girls.
It's kind of marketed for, I think, more to the women with the White Claws, yeah.
I mean, I like they have low carbs, but they taste like shit.
Yeah, but a lot of people now, they put alcohol in them now. Kind of like your mixer.
Well, then just fucking drink the alcohol.
You could do that too. I don't know which is helping what. The whiskey's helping the White Claw or the White Claw's helping the whiskey.
Just do some shots.
Interested in Minnesota, a suburb of Canada. There have been a few times I have seen over 24 automobiles with Ontario plates on them. Yeah. We get some Canadian plates out here in Ohio at times too. That you'll see like Ontario and stuff. So I guess a lot of people come through from that area. Paul, cheers, guys. Chiclets the gum. Yeah, Chiclets was the gum. Pig intestines. That was chitlins. Yeah, pig intestines. Ugh. Paul says Freddie Mercury had chiclet teeth. So not very kind. But yeah. Chitlins, the big part, stew them in lots of beans, smoke ones help. See, yeah, I don't think there's any help you could do with chitlins, but apparently Vanessa knows how to cook them up too. So,
yeah, but I'm just
I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, right. I mean, but that sounds like a lot of trouble. It's like there's so many other things you can make that you don't have to go through all that trouble with.
People clean them like for hours, it seems.
Yeah,
like,
that's a lot of work.
I've seen doing them. Drinking on a Calaboya brewing chocolate espresso brown cow nitro milk stout. That's a mouthful.
I love anything nitro.
Chitlins and head cheese at your house will be funky for a while. Yeah.
Stink for days.
Is head cheese something other than what I'm thinking it is?
What do you think it is?
You know what I think it is.
Not that head. I don't think it's that head.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a special cut of cheese.
If it's not that kind of head cheese, they need to name it something else. Because that's fucking disgusting.
I just know it's really funky. Chitlins, well cleaned as a southern poor folks calamari. See, I like calamari. I can't see how chitlins can even be considered close to calamari.
Calamari chitlins. I mean, give me the calamari.
But if you can't afford,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
right. If you can't afford any other kind of meat, then I get it. But
calamari squid. Calamari is
beforehand, though, for sure.
Calamari is squid. We're talking about the intestines of the pig. There's but not a comparison.
It's the poor folks calamari. So if you can't afford calamari, then
can it be like? I would think it would be like.
It'd be like Rod eating bologna.
Oh, rich boy Rod.
I would think it'd been like some type of catfish or something. Be the poor folks calamari, but chitlins. Ooh.
Fried calamari can be really good, or it can be like chewing on a piece of bubble gum.
If it's not done right, it's like rubbery.
Yeah. Or it's overcooked.
But I mean, pretty much chitlins would probably be delicious if they're fried.
Yeah. Paul says deep fried crickets are good.
They were good.
I don't know if Paul's being serious though when he says stuff sometimes.
I know, you never know. You never know for sure.
I mean, maybe if I had somebody put deep fried crickets in front of me and I didn't know they were actually crickets, maybe I would like it. But I'm just thinking to bite down into a cricket and feel the crunch of like their skeleton and everything, that would fuck with me.
What if it popped open? Like, what was that, like, Bubblicious gum?
And then I would barf.
Like, remember Bubblicious? Because Bubblicious, not Bubble Yum, but Bubblicious. No, wasn't Bubblicious. It was another gum. It had a squirt in the middle of it.
Oh.
Like the...
Is it Trident?
It wasn't Trident. That's a skinny gum.
No.
It was like an Aqua something.
I know what you're talking about. I love that stuff.
God, what was it?
I can't think of the name of it, but you like bit it and it was like, what if that was like a cricket and like the guts just like kind of squirted? I mean,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I would.
That wouldn't be good either.
I gotta look it up now. See if I can find it. God, what was the name of that?
I did like that gum though.
I was it begin with an A or something. Deep fried crickets for sale at a store near me, Vanessa said.
The gas station?
Our gas station has boiled peanuts that they do.
Ugh.
Never had those, but that's another Southern type thing.
No, thank you.
Funny thing is, it's ran by the family that runs it is Indian. So I'm like, how? I mean,
that's what I would.
We're in Kentucky, but you're making boiled peanuts, which is like really more of a Southern type thing. But like, I don't know. Do they have boiled peanuts in Indian culture, or they just try to do it because we're in Kentucky? But
right.
It's just kind of weird. Yeah, but like, because really where I'm in Kentucky isn't like the Southern Kentucky. Like, because we're northern, like most people consider us where we're at, like more Cincinnati than Kentucky or Ohio. But yeah, first time I saw boiled peanuts anywhere. But I know people that said they like them.
Freshen Up, was that right? Does that sound right?
Freshen Up, that's what it is. Yeah, Freshen Up.
But you know what I put?
Gum that squirts.
I googled gum that squirts, and one of the things that come up is it says, oh wait a minute, it says remember quotation marks cum gum. And it says 5 TV commercials for extinct foods. I'm like, what is it? What?
Well, I can promise.
And it says, here it comes. She's about to enjoy the gum that goes squirt. I mean,
no, I believe you.
It says the old school commercial for Freshen Up gum. I don't remember that. Like, I want to see that. I want to see what that says now.
I wish that's what it tasted like. I might be a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, Freshen Up was the old one. I think it was like the 80s or whatever. So
yeah, it said the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Why did they stop? That was
I
so
think
good.
they went out of business or
I'm sure they did.
bought by somebody. But I remember that one. Military SEER training for pilots. They need to learn how to survive off the land behind enemy lines. So you need to learn how to stomach bugs, protein. Yeah, that's like Survivor and those kind of shows where they do some stuff sometimes. I mean,
yeah, if you have to, you have to.
Bear grills and stuff like that. If you're out in nature, you got to find a nutrient. Hot sauce for double dipping the crickets. Oh, there's a hot sauce out there for me for that.
No.
I check Jungle Jim's wall next time. Do you have the hot sauce for crickets?
They probably have it.
They probably do.
Absolutely. I bet you anything.
They probably have fried crickets too.
It pairs well with crickets. My nephews are half Vietnamese, Vanessa says. So she probably sees some different things as well. Got to go, guys. Have to go to bed. It's been fun. Well, thanks for being here, Bounty, as well. Y'all check out Bourbon. Some great stuff on his channel, too. By Bounty. I think I paid Shiny good money to beat the crap out of me while I was smoking a cigar and to put me in my place.
What?
That's Paul. Paul said you think he would pay you good money. Well, you should talk to Vanessa on that. She's the one with the bullwhip. This is high PA. Oh. Chiclets are only gum. Wasteful bastards used to hand them out during Halloween. Yeah, I remember that.
God.
Yeah. The only Cheetos I knew of here have been a Hardee's for the last 30 years now. Hardee's was one. I thought Hardee's was out of business when we were in West Virginia when I went to school, and then moved to Cincinnati, and we went to drive back to West Virginia at a Hardee's down in Maysville. I was like, oh, they're still around. We just didn't have them down where we were anymore.
I think they're a cover for something.
Well, it's Hardee's and there's Carl's Jr. They're the same company.
Yeah.
Depending where you're at. It's kind of like
Carl's Jr. is the one with all the hot girls eating the hamburgers in their commercials, right?
Yeah, it's the same company as Hardee's, though. Yeah.
Kind of like White Castle and
Crystals.
Crystals, yeah. When you go south, it's Crystals.
I didn't realize, but White Castle was the first fast food burger place in the country. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Well, I mean, but what the fuck is in White Castles that fucks with you so bad? Because they're good. I love a White Castle.
It's got to be the steaming they do or something.
Steaming.
Yeah.
You know, they pay their employee. I mean, they used to. I don't know if they still do, but like they pay their employees good.
Yeah. Well, I remember White Castle had one of the better milkshakes from any fast food restaurant that you can go to. Their milkshake and their coffee are both really good. So
sometimes one of the best things to get there is the Big Red, though.
Oh, they do have a good Big Red.
Yeah. One chick that I gave out the 5-pound Hershey bars in Texas at Halloween. That's a big Hershey's bar. Rod J, the stuff we did 30 years ago today is legend. Yeah. Stuff we did 30 years ago to kids today wouldn't know what to do with, I think. Richard Simmons tantric sex videos.
Oh.
My diet at the time was any fast food, and between both jobs, I maintained 240 pounds. Well, yeah, because you were doing all that hard work there and stuff for sure. I worked for Emory Air Freight for a long time, loading and unloading cargo planes. I unloaded the air cans a few times. I was claustrophobic in those cans, being 6 feet tall. Yeah, Andrew's a tall dude. Yeah, he's tall. If you don't know, I don't know if you recognize who Andrew is, Todd, but he's on Joe D's show a lot of times as well. He's in Minnesota, yeah. So, but he's been working a lot. So, I was on Joe's. Joe was trying to get me to chime in on his show Saturday, and I was like, "Well, I'm down here on vacation." I was watching their stream while I was doing stuff, and he kept trying to do something. They had some pretty good topics on there, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to get on because we're supposed to be on vacation. If I get on a live stream, the wife's not going to be happy right now." And all that stuff. So then they they kept trying to get me on there though, but always a fun time.
I didn't put the 2 and 2 together until you
Joe
said
from New York.
No,
this is different. Joe D. He's in Arizona. He's one of the godfathers of the beer channels. Oh, NDT's in the house. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate this super sticker. Hopefully, you're having a great Thursday night, my friend. Cheers, buddy. And y'all know NDT. Check out his channel as well. Josh is in the house. It's cheers all. Cheers, Josh. Hopefully you're having a great Thursday night. Hopefully you're enjoying something nice as well. Cheers, Josh. The belly of the jets were the worst part of filling the cargo planes. We climbed on there to pack in the freight. And that's how I worked at the Eagan, Minnesota hub. LOL, Todd, my stare will prevent them from ever approaching. That's a probably could stare some people down. See, Vanessa staring them down with that bullwhip in her stilettos that make her 6'9". Yeah. Nice. I worked at Emory Air Freight here at Bradley International. That's why they drive with the doors open. Yeah. Teamsters here in Minnesota. Yeah, Teamsters. I think that's like it kind of sucks like how you don't have air conditioning though, but yeah, people were saying they didn't know how convenient it would be because you're opening that door so many times anyway. Right. Like, is it gonna really do anything? Yeah. Having a Drecker mango apricot cobbler sour, is that a baby?
I've been wanting to try those Drecker beers. I see them all the time. I think Tavor. I think you can get it on Tavor, but I'm not smart enough to figure it out apparently because I've never seen them on there.
Yeah, Tavor.
Until he said sour.
Yeah, we can't get Tavor in Kentucky, but I know people that do enjoy getting stuff on there.
Oh, they want to deliver. They want to deliver to you.
No, they still don't deliver because of the beer and stuff. But heat sucks. In the cold, you just fall asleep. Yeah, I prefer cold to heat anyway. Oh yeah. Now we are an old boy at 51. The 90s. I'm still in my early 30s. Head cheese is diced up big parts in a gelatin base. You know, the gelatin in a Spam can. I'm not a spam person. I don't do spam. I just now I know why the other head cheese is called the head cheese because they're pretty similar. Yeah. Yeah. Spam.
Come on, Rod. You got to fry some spam up too.
You
No,
cannot-
you do not. No. Fuck that. No spam.
Calamari is like
no
years
no.
better than chitlins, right? It's like calamari compared to chitlins. Come on now.
Yeah, that's not even comparison.
59. Howdy Doody 2021 is probably Cosby's favorite year.
Is he still alive?
Bill Cosby? Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
alive. Yeah, he's
Is he in
still.
prison?
Yeah, he's in there. I think.
Okay.
I think it's.
It's probably the same one at Martha
How long has he
Stewart.
been in there? Like, how long has it been now?
That's probably been.
How long has he got to stay in there?
I feel like at least 5 or 6 years, right?
Well, I think it was a 10-year sentence, so he'll be up for parole probably after
He
5 or
only
6.
got 10 years.
I think so. Well, but some of the stories they found weren't really as tightly
Well, it
together
don't
as
matter
thought.
if one of them was fucking true. If
I'm
just
just-
one was true, it should be more than 10 years.
The court system here, and
Well, yeah, it's all fucked up. It's all fucked
you know how it is toward women on stuff like that. So yeah,
Let's see. September 2018, Cosby was sentenced by a Pennsylvania judge to serve 3 to 10 years for 3
See?
counts of
Told
sexual
you.
assault.
3 to 10. Which because of his age, he'll probably get out within a couple or so. I'm sure.
Well, then it says in quotations, "I have 8 years and 9 months left," Cosby said during his 2019 BlackPressUSA.com interview.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
But on that, Deshaun Watson's about to go down
Who the fuck's that?
big
Who
time.
is?
I think.
Sounds like a sports guy.
Football player, yeah.
What'd he
Who's-
do? He
who's
fucked
going-
he raped
who's
somebody
going down?
too?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh, he's got a bunch of cases like starting to come towards his way.
Yeah, they're all coming out now. Like he's like supposedly he's doing all kinds of illegal trafficking type shit when he was younger, or, teenage years. Or
What do you
something.
mean trafficking?
I'm not 100% sure.
Like
I
Epstein
don't
trafficking?
know. I don't know. They've not really said as far as I know, but
Well,
it's not
Weinstein.
looking good for him. I don't think.
I think Weinstein only got like 30 years, if that, maybe or something.
Yeah, but that's basically it.
But he
he's gonna die
paid
there. I
some
mean, he's
he
old
paid
enough
some money
that-
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's fucking dead anyway, so who cares?
Weinstein? No, Epstein is not Weinstein.
Weinstein. Oh God, that motherfucker.
But
That
But-
stupid.
but
son of a
Epstein's
bitch.
Epstein's girlfriend, she's in trafficking. She's in jail right
Well, I
now.
hope
So
she fucking dies too.
yeah, they gotta wait to. She's got like a book. That's the difference between women and men. Like she has a bunch of stuff written down. I think
She
so. It's
should
kind of
be
like
more-
she can name a lot of
more than
people,
he gets. Like she should be more punished than he is because
but she can name people more than he could probably because she has the written proof. So she'll probably get less than what he might have got.
because she'll get a deal.
Yeah, but
Whatever. I can't solve the world's problems. And
there's a lot of them. I don't think anybody can. Nobody has that much time.
I can't worry myself with shit that's out of my control.
But that's Michael over at Western Beer Reviews. If you haven't checked out Michael's new channel, check him out as well. Local breweries have been supplying a supply issue with aluminum cans. The local paper at yeah, that was something that came out last year too. Like some of the breweries were running into issues that were canning beers where there was a shortage. So, but so far, a lot of the ones I know are still being able to put out stuff. I mean, I'm drinking all cans tonight, but it is affecting some of the ones that can't get to them. I think if you're smaller, it's tighter for you to get the supplies you need.
Is 450 North still putting out all these
I think so. Yeah.
limited releases shit?
33 weeks. I got another one coming up here on 420 or it's a 420 release. Whenever I don't know if it's actually on the 20th, but it's around 420 because
Really?
all their cans have marijuana leaves and stuff on them.
Such a scam.
Gilbert said crickets don't have skeletons. They pop in your mouth like a cream puff.
Yeah, well, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck pops in your mouth. No, thank you.
Just a little crunch.
Wow, Shannon, wow. I don't know
No, thank you.
what part did Shannon wow you on tonight.
Yeah, really. Gotta be
Needs you
more,
a little more specific. Pop rocks.
Yeah.
Pop rocks and Coke like Mikey. Which that wasn't real. WD-40 had a print ad in the 50s and 60s that was loaded with double entendres.
I don't mind a double entendre.
You got to be witty for that. That's a good thing.
Right,
Keep your
yeah.
wits about you. On the not sucker, good night, son. All right, Gilbert, good night, my friend.
CG.
He gets up those early mornings too. Vanessa by Eric. Canes has a similar signage at Hardee's, but it's owned by a different company. Yeah, Canes wasn't. I'm not really as impressed with Canes. I guess it's just mostly chicken tenders. That's all I got in there before. But people were talking about Canes, and I finally got it. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. It's,
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
When have we ever had Canes?
Yeah, they going to Grant Barber's house.
Oh yeah, me and Heather and Kylie always go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times with Heather and Kylie.
We had Sonic on the way back the other. We went on a gorge.
Sonic,
Sonic's got some good stuff, but Sonic will kill you on calories. The stuff they've got there is just like don't order a large of anything because it's always bigger than your hand. So
Why don't you like Sonic?
That's just I don't know.
You ain't had it that much, that's why.
Okay.
She's like, okay.
But why though? Why would you not like it? You've never had it that much, have you?
Of all the places there's something to eat, Sonic is not where I want to go.
Well, I'm sad about a bazillion restaurants though.
I could, but I'm saying about Sonic's.
You put White Castle ahead of Sonic?
Yes, absolutely.
The
only thing I think of Sonic as good is their tater tots. And I can fucking have tater tots
their
at home.
chili dogs are pretty good.
A lot of things at home.
Tater tot chili dogs. We got a place down the street that's got good chili dogs.
Their desserts are pretty good.
Yeah,
they're big as hell,
that's
but they're pretty good.
Because most places don't have desserts. So,
are you talking about Sonic?
Mm-hmm.
Sonic, yeah. Although I prefer Dairy Queen, but
yeah.
Yeah. Just saving up a new vehicle next year. If certain truck is for sale, I'd be giving Joe D a call. Oh, very nice. And finally having days off and don't know what I'll do with myself. I figure you'll figure something out, Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think that's probably gonna be a problem for Paul.
Yeah. Fried Spam, Dyson, and scalloped potatoes.
Oh, fucking hate Spam.
Now you're talking, Vanessa.
Got my great notion. Other half shipment delivered to the house tomorrow. Going to be a good weekend. Nice. Great notion. Make some good beers. I believe source here is head cheese. Pretty much the same thing.
Sounds like the same thing.
Hormel is making her second batch of Spam. First one was made in the 1920s. How do we get on Spam? It's too much Spam trivia right now.
Spam is like bologna, like 1,000 times worse than bologna.
It's a big deal in Hawaii, though.
Well,
they love Spam in Hawaii. They do all kinds of stuff with Spam out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's
probably
huge.
because it costs $1 million for a fucking steak in Hawaii. That's what they can get
over there. You go in their supermarket, supposedly it was like a whole, be like Jungle Gyms, going to Jungle Gyms. They got a whole like room for Spam.
Yeah, they do a lot of Spam in Hawaii. That's probably the most popular state there.
Yeah. No, thank you.
10 minimum, LOL minimum. If you're not executing drug dealers, what if I do you think they're going to do with rapists and murderers? Well,
true. That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Sandusky. Yeah, Jerry Sandusky, he was pretty bad.
Oh. What did he do? There's so many fucked up people. Was he like a sports guy?
Yeah, he was a Penn State assistant coach that did it with the kids.
Was it
Sandusky pool party? That's not a good pool party. The little kids, he bring little kids on like trips with Penn State.
Why do you fucking men think you can just get away with shit like that?
Why is it got to be just all of us men? Like because just a few degenerates.
I said, but
there's women.
Men.
There's women.
Let me rephrase that. Why do you fucking men with power?
Hey, rephrasing it.
With power.
Sounded like the same thing to me.
With power. They think they have this fucking power. They fuck it up. They could have a good life, make lots of money, live a normal life, have their little fetishes, or do their little shit with consenting people. Well, they gotta fuck it up.
But there's women that do it too.
What?
There's women that do it too, so it's not just men.
Yeah, well, listen, most of them are fucking men. Women usually have a little bit more brains than that.
Well,
I'm
I
not
mean,
saying don't make
you had
mistakes,
Epstein's
but-
girlfriend. You had the chick that was the girl from Smallville who was leading that ring of that whole circuit thing they had. So
I listened to a podcast about all that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you got women involved. Women can actually
Well,
help
at least we're
more
fucking
because they
smart enough not to get caught. Then
they pull a lot of the girls in, I'm sure. So, but
yeah,
I don't know. I said we said earlier something with the over sexualizing America or something. I don't know.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to get off. I mean, that's the truth.
I'm just laughing. That's all. Cosby was adding the date rape drug to female drugs. Yeah. So, yeah, that was a little bit different. You'd think that would have carried a higher sentence because he was putting stuff into it.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
he was drugging people.
It's kind of like he was putting stuff into drug people. Weinstein was just saying, well, if you went this role, well, you know what you got to
Right,
do.
yeah.
So, you know.
Right,
And,
yeah.
Yeah. So who would be more guilty, you think? Would it be Cosby because he was drugging?
Cosby, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the other women made a choice, I guess you could say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see where you're coming from. Yes, he bullied them into it, and Cosby didn't even give him a fucking choice.
Yeah, so I guess that would be the worst. That'd be the worst
Yeah,
part of it.
Cosby. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, West Coast Nick. Hillary will go to her and she will get her comeuppance. Talking about she's gonna basically get killed in jail is what Andrew was saying.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anybody that's because Epstein had ties to the Clintons, but also to other people as well. So
right, yeah.
Democrats and Republicans. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even Trump was there partying on Epstein's
I was
island.
going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Sir Donald was there
Please
for a while.
don't say the T word. I'm trying to erase it from my mind.
Rufalin. My docs were thinking of prescribing it for my insomnia. Really? I mean, it would knock you out, I guess.
What the fuck? Really? Wow.
But I never heard of doctors prescribing it for something like that. But
I would need some of that. That's what
obviously
I need
it's a drug, so they can prescribe it. Only a matter of time, just waiting until she turns her henchman on herself. Yeah, I think she's going to give up. So it'll be interesting to see if she does turn in like names on people. Thanks as always, Rod and everyone. Thank you, Michael. It's great to have you in as well, brother. You can find said ad on Google Images. Is Chili's still around? They had great chicken tenders back in the day. So hard to find fresh breaded chicken tenders anymore. We actually have a Chili's here.
Our Chili's closed.
Yeah.
Well, on our side of the river.
Listen,
But we have a good place that has fresh chicken
we
tenders,
have. I worked there in high school. We have this little family-owned
I
steakhouse.
wouldn't think about them, but
Who are you thinking about?
Cluckers.
Oh, Fuddruckers?
No, it's just called Cluckers.
Oh,
No.
Cluckers.
But you think they're better than Fireside?
Yeah, they're close.
We have
Their breading at Fireside's better. Though.
Yeah, we have a little place in Sellersburg here that is a little family-owned steakhouse, and they have the best fucking chicken fingers you will ever eat in your entire life. They're the best, and the best onion rings.
Yeah.
And the best mushrooms.
No, Cluckers mushrooms. Are way
Mushroom,
better.
they're too salty for me.
They're way better.
Yeah. No, but they're the best. That's probably my favorite restaurant is Fireside. I worked there when I was in high school, but everything's fresh. It's not a chain. It's just this one little restaurant that's been here for a fucking million years. Because like I said, I worked there when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Andrew hasn't been to a Chili's yet and had a Culver's when in
Culver's.
Chicago,
Yes,
and it was
Culver's
great.
is good.
Culver's is good. We've got a Culver's 5 miles from here, probably.
The Sonic not far from me, when they opened up the traffic, it was a clusterfuck for about 6 months, I imagine. New thing in town, everybody was probably flocking there. Love spam straight out of the can.
Yes, Paul. See ya.
Paul.
I'm talking about.
Paul doesn't probably even heat it up.
To always make spam and treat or whatever. It's the same fucking thing.
What's that? Fried spam and Kraft macaroni and cheese. That was
Ugh.
Well, Paul's not frying it.
fantastic.
Paul's just give me a fork and I'm in.
I slice up some spam and just eat on, put on bread with cheese. Spam sandwich.
Just yeah. My mom was a curb cat at the White Castle when it was downtown St. Paul back in the late 50s, early 60s. Wow. The whole thing, like I mentioned before, a show that I watch now is also The Food That Built America.
I need to watch that.
On the history
about that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, last week it was White Castle, and they were talking about White Castle, and they were talking about another place. But anyway, with the White Castle, like I said, they were going through the whole process and basically how they set everything up. Like I said, they were the first fast food place done in the country, which I didn't realize until I watched that show. And like McDonald's came to them when the brothers made McDonald's. They came to them to find out how their system was when they created their system for McDonald's and everything. But like at White Castle, everything was done to be like this whole white ensemble stuff, like the White Castle. People had to wear all white and all this kind of stuff because the guy that created went that presence of everything had to be perfect. Like if you're in a hospital, right? So if you got anything on your thing that was white, you had to go change. You couldn't have anything dirt or anything like that. They were like had to have their outfits tucked in a certain way, and it was like a whole big process behind the whole thing. And I'm like, that shit don't work that way today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, he's got to be rolling over in his grave. Like, what did you do to my chain?
What was it? The other day, we went, me and Kylie and my niece, Todd and his brother were putting up our new light fixtures. And me and Kylie and my niece went to McDonald's. And I promise you, we sat in that fucking line in the drive-thru for probably 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we finally got up to we paid. We were like behind the one we were getting the food. Well, this fucking Karen in front of us was like sitting there forever. And I saw him, like, they handed her a bag and she just gave it right back to him. And then she starts screaming at this poor kid that's giving the food out. She's like, what the hell's going on? We've been sitting here forever. You got a line of 100 people. She was just giving this poor kid all kinds of fucking hell. And I'm like, oh my God. She's being such a bitch. I'm like, this kid's probably getting paid minimum wage and he's doing the best he can. Yeah. I mean, I'm not happy I've been sitting there for 25 minutes, but I doubt it's this little kid's fault. So I'm sitting there and Kylie goes, God, I bet Dad would be saying something too, not to them, but just in the car being pissed off. And she goes, and then you'd say something to him about calming down and being okay. And then, yeah.
Why would she be saying that about me?
Because, well, when we get in a line and it's taking forever, you'd be like, God, what's taking so long? Because we were there for fucking ever. So anyway, we get up to they finally fucking arguing. And she drives off and I get up. I'm like, I'm going to try my best to make this poor little kid feel better about, because, he's not the fucking magician of the show running everything.
Right.
So I get up there and his fucking manager is fucking laying into him, like screaming at him. He looks like he's about to start crying. And, I wanted to talk to him, but he can't fucking concentrate on me because he's so worried about what his manager is saying. So all I can say is like, dude, buddy, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing fine. Don't worry about it, But so I was like, I told Kylie, I'm like, I should call up there and be like, the manager was screaming at this poor kid and he was doing the best that he could. And I'm like, but I don't want to fucking they're so fucking busy. So I didn't do it. But I'm just like, I felt so bad for that poor little kid.
What if the kid was the one fucking up?
What'd you say?
I said, what if it was the kid that was fucking up?
I was going to say, it could have been his fault.
I mean, it could have, but I'm sure he's not saying, hey, I want to fuck up today. He probably was nobody goes to their job and is like, hey, I want to fuck everything up today. I'm sure he's still trying to do the best that he can. Maybe he's fallen short of it, but I'm like, this kid does not deserve to be fucking screaming.
I wouldn't have been mad at him, but you can't have a drive-through
service. You get
service.
Frustrated.
You can't have a drive-through service where you're sitting there for 30 minutes.
Right.
That's not their fault. That's the chain's fault forever.
But the manager,
but
the manager's the one that's in fucking charge. If anybody should be being yelled at, it should be her.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I was so pissed off. I was like,
well, the manager shouldn't be yelled at him in front of all the other employees like that either.
Yeah, I'm like, I felt so bad for that kid. I just wanted to be like, jump through the window and get in my car. I'm going to take you to safety. That's what I wanted to do for that poor little boy.
Safe place.
Yeah. Just like your dad.
No fucking joke.
It's like your dad
Maybe
helping out.
Shit.
Tail or ham? I never heard of tail or ham.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Spam is spiced ham, just
It's not even
reprocessed.
spiced.
Yeah, I don't like the reprocessing of it though. What do you guys think about Hefeweizen?
Oh, I love Hefeweizen.
I said, we'll let Shannon answer that. Yeah.
I love Hefeweizen. It's my favorite kind of beer.
Yeah, she was drinking one earlier.
Yeah, Hefeweizen's a good one.
It is my favorite style of beer.
I'd say that's probably
This is just what's handy and available. If I had this and a Hefeweizen sit next to it, I would pick the Hefeweizen every fucking time.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andrew pretty point says Cardi B admitted to drugging guys and doing the same thing that Cosby did. Yeah, she got a pass, basically.
Well, then her fucking ass should be in jail too.
Yeah, but she got a pass for it.
But I have a question. Can you guys, like, if somebody drugged you, can you still get it up?
I don't know.
Probably depends on what kind of drug it was.
Depends, yeah. That probably would be part of it. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think it's. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to be punished because.
But she was drugging guys. She was drugging guys and robbing them when she was a stripper.
Oh yeah, well yeah, she should fucking go to jail.
But she doesn't because she gets a pass.
No, she does not get a pass.
Nobody's prosecuting her for it.
Well, she got a pass, but she shouldn't get a pass.
I mean, unless those guys came forward, but no guys want to come forward and say, "Yeah, I was
because
going
they're
to
too
suck it."
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Shit, if we can get paid, I'd be like, yeah. She put all
off.
kinds of shit in my drink.
Got off twice so far, just working on a few more.
That was Limp Bizkit before Limp Bizkit was famous.
Not my kind of pool party. You crack me up. Man, get in the face and discourage you from actually enjoying their company.
What? Get it in the face to discourage.
Oops.
What? Get what in the face?
To discourage you from actually enjoying their company.
Oh.
Talk about the pool, yeah.
Well, I mean, some women are. Yeah, I get it.
I just enjoy seeing the sunrise each morning. That's a good thing. That means you're winning. Paul's laughing at Michael. Cardi B is still on the street. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, she should be in jail.
But nobody's filed charges or anything either.
You know why? And I'm not saying it's fair, but it's just because women have been so, like, and I'm not saying anything bad about you individual men, but men have abused women for so long that I'm not saying it's right. Her ass should be in fucking jail, but that's why. I mean, women use men. Women take advantage of men in ways that aren't so outright against the law the way men do. And that's why. I'm not saying it's better or worse. I'm just saying that's why.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they actually, they've done stuff that if it would have been a man, we see it all the time. How many women teachers get off not going to really jail compared to
students? Yeah,
if it was a male teacher, male teachers get locked up a lot quicker.
Right.
So it kind of depends. It's what society deems what is worse, I guess. Right. Best beer I've had this year so far. I don't actually know if I had, because I'm always like in the moment when I'm drinking the beers. But I know the one I had a couple weeks ago was like I put the review up on that Patriarchy. It's a pretty good one. The Mexican brown ale, whatever they did.
What's your favorite beer you've had so far this year?
I don't know. Looking it up on Untapped right now, see what I rated some of them.
You know what I just thought of was that Spanish beer that the dogs spilt in the basement that time. That was really good.
Are you still talking about that one?
Yeah, it was.
The Malavita?
Glass.
I haven't seen that beer since then. That was a great find.
That was a Rajay deal to the max right there.
Yeah, that was crazy. $1.99
yeah,
bottle.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah. That was smooth as can be. Oh, all the Flow Records closed last year. Yeah, we had ours closed here probably about 10 years ago, I think. Spam sandwiches, sliced in a can, add mustard and bread.
Vanessa knows.
Mom had a uniform, but it was not solid white except her shirt. Her uniform was a blue color, I think. Yeah, it changed over the years. When initially they came out, they were showing them as all white and everything, and how the store was all white inside. It was supposed to be like spotless and all kinds of. It was a whole different type of thing back then. Parent Karen, what's the difference? She's terrorizing frontline workers. Yeah, poor that name, poor Karen. They'll be telling stories about that over the years. Okay. Daughter is a cashier at the only noodles company up in Duluth. We had Noodles here. Noodles is pretty good. I don't know if you guys have had Noodles where you're at, but it's basically all different noodle dishes you can get. You can get like spaghetti or Asian or
the one in the malls over by where you work at. They closed. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like Asian, like if you went like lo mein or something like that type noodles, or you can get Italian like spaghetti or whatever. Taylor ham pork roll. Now pork roll I've had because Jersey that's pretty popular, but I can't think I've had Taylor.
What exactly?
Yeah, see Jersey like PA thing. Roll? No, it's like an egg roll. No, because you think like a roll, but no, it's like a lump of meat. It's almost like
a tenderloin or something.
Yeah, it's almost like I would say it's not reprocessed because it's an expand, but not in a can. But it's not really like that either. It's basically like a loin of meat, and it's usually like in a package. You get it, you carve it out for what you want to use, but you can slice it kind of like you would slice a Spam, but it's not something reprocessed like that. It's just kind of a, like you said, Jersey PA thing.
Fancy Spam.
maybe it's something like that, but you're not putting it in a can or anything either. Like when you buy
it, it's like a big sausage roll.
So it's in plastic instead.
Not a sausage roll, but kind of like a block. It's kind of like a block of sausage type thing. Like in the Northeast, we have a thing called scrapple as well, but you guys here have like we call like geta, like they have in Cincinnati, and like the geta is done with like I think oats or whatever, and up there it's not done with oats; it's done with something different, but it's almost the same type thing. But this pork roll, like the pork roll, you can make like a sandwich, or you can have it like with breakfast with your eggs, and just fry it in the pan. So
it's a fancy Spam. That's what it is. It's not in a tin can, but it's in plastic instead.
You can Google pork roll. Like this is like Josh said, it's a Jersey PA thing. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Josh knows what I'm talking about, and PA Brew News knows what I'm talking about. So. And how is she faring, brother man? But Rockers is censored. Yeah, Fuddruckers was one of our chains. But you can't do that because society would call you the aggressor, Shannon, which is so sad, LOL.
Well, they can do what they want to do. Out of my control.
Doing good. Duck, yeah, wheat beer. That was your favorite beer so far this year, Michael? Is that what that was for? And all of her co-workers at the UMD college students and her manager. And Josh said probably Left Coast Triple IPA. He's got Michael saying Left Coast Triple IPA was probably his favorite one. But yeah. And I've actually got to all the end of the comments right now.
Dang.
But anyway, spam's not something on my list to actually.
Yeah, don't make it a priority.
Yeah, but the pork roll, I actually had one of my buddies that he actually runs the brewery up in Jersey, Spellbound, and he sent me some pork roll last year or the year before last that I had.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Little touch from back home. But it is like
pork roll.
It looks like bologna in a.
It's like rolled pork.
In a.
Yeah,
so
it's like in a sack.
Pork roll is a processed meat commonly available in New Jersey and neighboring states. It was developed in 1856 by John Taylor of Trenton, New Jersey.
And actually,
Taylor's prepared ham.
It might have been
it's
Taylor.
Ham. It's ham.
It might have been Taylor that I actually had there, Josh. Now I'm looking at the wrapper because it was red and white. And I didn't realize at the time. But
and then it says, "Is Spam a pork roll?" It seriously says that.
No, it's not. I don't
But
hammocks.
you can slice the pork roll and fry it up like you do bologna as well. Like people, you see the cuts in it like bologna. Like people will fry it up.
Says in Jersey, you order Taylor ham and you get pork roll. Either way, it's processed pork product and in the same family as Spam. That comes in cylindrical deli loaves like domestic bologna. It's a distinctly uniform whitish appearance.
Yeah.
So it's like Spam, but it's not Spam. So
It's kind of like Spam. It's kind of like bologna.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mystery meat. Not sure exactly what it is, but
It's kind of like taste it and see if you like it.
But the guy named Taylor made it, so it's really good.
And it's in
It-
And
Jersey.
it's only in Jersey.
in between Spam and bologna. So there you go. Well,
Like,
neighboring
I'm not eating
states.
Spam. I'm not eating bologna. I'm eating pork roll.
I don't eat Spam.
That's right. I don't eat none of those. I just eat pork
Josh,
roll instead.
favorites has been smooth hard seltzer. Smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
So always a triple IPA is lattes for basic white dudes.
Oh, have you ever seen a guy drink the seltzers though? Like that's a red flag. I think.
Oh, there's a lot of guys that drink seltzers. That
Well, they better fucking pour it in a cup and not let
I
nobody
mean-
know they're drinking it.
they're usually the guys that roll their jean cuffs and stuff like that and everything, which things like that. I don't know. Kind of almost like the yuppie look, with the boat shoes on type thing. So
And maybe that's a young man thing. Maybe it's okay for young men to do that, but I saw
Maybe.
a 40-something or a 50-something-year-old man drinking a seltzer.
but if he had a ponytail, would he be okay then?
No, it wouldn't. No.
I just like the taste of it.
He
No.
might be just an old age rocker with a ponytail and an earring, and he likes his
With a
seltzer.
mullet. A mullet.
I mean, I wouldn't even want
Business
somebody
up
to,
front, party in the rear.
I wouldn't even want somebody to see me drinking that. I would at least pour it in a cup.
Yeah, you won't just like see you holding it in your hand.
Yeah, no. I don't want the stereotype of me drinking that. So
But those seltzers at Braxton we had today was good, though.
No, they were good. Those ones, yeah. I mean, there's different type of stuff, but yeah, like, yeah, but White Claw and all that, yeah, no, I don't think so. Viking funerals are now legal in Maine. No, Josh says I feel attacked with the rolled cheese. I never rolled my jeans. I know guys that do roll their jeans. They're like,
I
"What are you
never did
doing?"
either.
They're like,
I
"You roll your
did too,
jeans."
though.
Oh, I
did
used to roll my jeans.
Tight roll them.
No,
Yes.
I knew women that rolled their jeans. I just know any
Yeah.
guys that roll their jeans.
Nah, I knew both. I did.
It's like, what are you doing? Why are you rolling
Fucking
those
jean
jeans?
shit. Like it took me for fucking ever. Like I finally gave in to the skinny jeans. I fucking hated them, but you could never find any. So then I finally started wearing them because I couldn't find any other kind. And now it's like, nope, you can't wear skinny jeans anymore. You're an old bitch. And I'm like, well, that's all I fucking got anymore. You know?
Like, is there a limit on wearing old skinny jeans?
Oh, now it's like if you can't have a side part and you can't wear skinny jeans anymore. Like, I'm like, well, my fucking side part's not going anywhere. And my skinny jeans are going to fucking stay until whatever, you know? I'm like,
Well, I've
I
seen
don't like them. I
young
still
girls.
don't like them. I hate
I
fucking
mean-
skinny jeans.
I've seen young girls wear mom jeans, so I figure
Well, that's
older
everything.
woman.
My daughter wears mom jeans now. Yes, and I'm like, I gotta fucking buy you mom jeans. I can't afford mom jeans now, so I gotta still fucking wear the skinny jeans.
Mom jeans.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like why? Yeah, set fire with 200K yachts.
Jesus Christ.
Rolled jeans with some Red Wing boots. I remember Red Wing boots.
I don't know.
A guy with a bitch bun. The bitch bun is out of horn for his boyfriend.
Yeah.
For his boyfriend.
I see more guys wearing those little man bun type things. Like, what do you? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it works for him, I
Yeah.
guess. I see those
They're-
guys jogging
I like
too.
bitch bun better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some guys can pull it off, but they're just pretty to look at. That's it. Every I mean, you gotta really be masculine to pull it off, but
There's nothing rugged about having that bun that I can see at all.
yeah,
Like,
unless they're like a lumberjack.
I feel like you're trying too hard at that point.
But if they're
Yeah.
a big lumberjack and they're too busy chopping wood, they can't go get a haircut, and then they gotta put it in their bun.
I usually just wear the toboggan. They ain't got no bun
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Stuff it in the hat or something.
that just seems like you'd be waiting to get your ass kicked at lumberjack camp.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, if he's a big lumberjack, nobody's gonna kick his ass. You know, there's this whole thing on TikTok
Other
about
lumberjacks might.
these men chopping wood on TikTok, and women just like to watch men chop wood. Yeah,
So-
because it's a manly thing to do. Yeah.
Just watching guys chop wood. Well,
Yeah,
there's a
they
I was
just-
gonna say that's what she said, but that's what they are doing. I
That's
guess.
all you gotta do is just chop wood.
That is what they're saying.
Yes. They have a.
So you can't really say
Yes.
that there.
It's just they got their axe and their piece of wood, and they fucking chop it, and it's like, well, that's hot.
It's a new way to think about laying the lumber. That's for sure.
Yeah. True.
Josh said, never rocked a man bun. Do the slick back with the hard part.
Yeah.
Hair part with the hair part. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, some of the styles and stuff that you see. So
Yeah.
I see a guy running with a man bun jogging out there. Richard Simmons type shorts on. I'd be like, what the hell are you doing?
Poor buddy.
Maybe he's running like
Like what you did when we did Richard Simmons?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh man, I wish there was video of that. That'd be awesome. That'd be so
It
precious.
would be fucking awesome. I wish to God I had a
It'd be
video. of
lame
that.
as fuck.
But that's another reason why I was glad we grew up in an age where it wasn't social media.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything wasn't caught on film.
Yes. That's awful. I wish, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. What's it, 11:37? Well, I think we're going to get this baby wound down because you're going to get up and go to work tomorrow. 2 nights in a row doing a live stream. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I got one Monday night that I'll be doing. I'm going to have Mickey on from out of Chicago and what she's doing up there with some beers. So that'll be the next one here.
There you go.
It's sponsored by Steel Chainsaws.
No, you gotta use an
Yeah,
axe.
but
No chainsaws, an axe. You gotta work for it.
with Axe deodorant. Yeah.
No axe. No fucking axe. Nope, just an actual axe.
The commercial, all the women come around when they put the Axe deodorant
No,
on.
they don't. I mean, in the commercial, yeah, but no. Axe spray, absolutely not.
All right, everybody. Well, I think we're going to head and wrap up. And
On
thanks,
that note.
thanks for everybody that tuned in and watched. Thanks for Shannon for coming in tonight and adding the Shannon effect to the show as always. So,
So what about the beer news tonight, right?
Why do I always feel like I have to? No. But why do I always feel like I have to apologize for being here? I always feel like I have to apologize for.
why do you feel like you have to apologize?
I don't know. I just always feel like I have to apologize for my presence.
Nah, we always love having you on. So it's always awesome. People love seeing you on there too. So it's always great.
Get to some female.
I always
perspective,
have
bitch.
fun. Have fun.
And we always have a blast. So yeah, everybody.
That's good times.
It's always great to have you on. I know you try to come on as much because you're trying to keep up or drink the beers. Like just come on and have fun with us. So yeah, but no beer news tonight. Of course, people listen to the podcast, and I got the podcast where I did some beer news.
There you
on that.
go. There
So
you go.
that's on that along those lines. But we'll go ahead and get signed off. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Hopefully you guys also connected with some of the people here in the comments. And look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Hopefully tomorrow is a great Friday. Talk to you later. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.